We're recording. Cool.
Alrighty. We are a little short at the moment, but we are going to get started here. So, last time, you guys made your way to Fort Spirit. On the way, you saved a group of loggers from some velociraptors, Alrune going down in the process. You took some time to pile 3 of those said velociraptors into the chest of preserving after killing them. And the 4th is hanging from someone's belt.
Mars.
Yeah. Hold on.
It's me. I haven't done anything with it yet. It's just hanging there.
One of the loggers that you saved, named Brooke, led you back into the fort and got you to the Wild Circle healers to get Alrune back to fighting shape. You made your way into the tavern, and a couple of you signed up for the dueling pits. Brooke showed you, or ended up showing back up, and gave you a bit of a reward for helping the loggers. The duels went quite well for Alrune and Hjalmar. They won their respective duels. Alrune quickly knocking his out. Hjalmar having only slightly harder match against an enemy using some kind of mental abilities. And then you both made some coin as well as Argo through gambling and participating in the pit fights. Kurt spent some time helping the local smith work through his backlog. Gregory spent some time watching folks and figured out that there's a local money lender taking advantage of the frequent gambling here. Argo, I believe, was spending some time working on his arm near the end of the session. Is there anything that I missed that anybody would like to call out?
We found out that the the inn or the tavern called the Hydra has no reason for being called what it is. I think that's important to call out.
Oh,
right? Because we were going to switch the names with the Angry Tortoise.
Yeah. Anything else?
Not from here.
I would actually like to to ask the individual that dropped that he was part of the Plague Council. Was he said to be or rumored to be in this location? I can't quite remember where he was.
I believe that's unknown.
Oh, okay, so there was no rumor about that. I guess I must have misremembered.
You know that is a person, but haven't inquired into, other than with a person who didn't know, into where that individual might be.
Alright, I guess I gotta get some people drunk and ask around. I hate this part of my job.
And that wasn't the council member that's showing up here late at night, right? That's totally...
No, yeah, so that was
somebody else.
Yep, that's
okay.
a different one.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep, that was, let me look at the name here. Trent Stonefoot is the name of the person that Kyle was mentioning.
Trentfoot.
And then, and Noan is the other council member that you were waiting to meet. If that is all, at that case, does anybody have any last minute things before I pick up here?
I got one last question. The guy's name was Trent Stonefoot, correct?
Yeah.
So I'm Googling where he's supposed to be in this game, but it's not showing up in Google at all.
Mm-hmm. That's because you don't have the special DM package of Google.
Ah.
So we can't cheat?
No.
Oh,
No. Kyle, you're using Lugal. You need to be using Google.
I'm sad that just went right over my head.
Oh, you don't know? Okay. No one watched Hot Tub Time Machine around here?
No, I
Oh, no. Am I the only one that's seen Hot Tub Time
I
Machine?
get that reference. My mouth was full.
Alex, my man.
Ooh.
Alex.
the one.
All right.
Saving grace.
If nobody has anything else.
Yeah, no further questions. Joker otherwise.
Alrighty. Cool. In that case, we'll pick back up with our camera flying through Fort Spirit. Flying in over the main gate, passing the Enforcer's Outpost tower. I actually have a scene set up for this. Here we go. Passing the Enforcer's Outpost tower. Uniformed men and women standing guard and patrols coming in and out of the building. The bounty board just visible behind them. Passing that, we fly over the arena where people are gathered around the rope-fenced pit in the stone. Two combatants exchanging blows below, while the marshal calls out the details of that match. We fly past the marshal and over the watching faces of Alrune and Hjalmar looking down into that pit, waiting for a rumored individual to show up. The camera pans to the right, showing the entrance of the Angry Tortoise Tavern and Tap. The patrons coming in and out of the building, seeing vague lights in the back and hearing kind of that raucous laughter and some maybe curses flying back and forth between some of the patrons. It swings back over to the left, over the shoulder of Gregory, leaning against the wall, looking back at the pit behind us, watching the people of the crowd. We pass the entrance and round the corner to Argo, fishing a small borrowed metal instrument. Whoops, I skipped the wrong one. Through a panel in his arm. We pass through a side and we see Nithrin, the local smith, currently spinning a grindstone with a foot and holding a blade to it, sharpening one of the many damaged pieces of equipment from the arena pit below. And our camera finally settles in on the anvil in front of Kurt. Who's... You see a glowing blade, bent from its time in the arena, set to be straightened on the anvil. We begin to see the rhythmic swing of Kurt's hammer, itself glowing a yellowish gold with radiant energy, impacting the glowing red and orange blade. We hear the tinks of metal on metal as the blade is reshaped. We see one heavy hammer strike that sends sparks into the air. We see time slow as we follow that shower of sparks. The echo of the hammer strike rings and comes to almost a constant held tone as that time slows down. Everything comes to a halt, the sparks floating in the middle of the air. Kurt, you hear, "And who is this new follower?" You realize that time has seemed to stop around you. The question, however, seems to come from a glowing silhouette in the doorway of the forge.
Whoa! Let's just change the light.
Sorry, that was a little too bright.
No, I love it.
My eyes!
Yeah, he'll turn and look at this. It's just a glowing figure?
Yeah, so like your eyes moving over to the silhouette, it is just like a glowing figure who's you can only see the outline.
I'm Kurt Hammer. I'm a blacksmith. Who the hell are you?
Says, I am Sunaman. It appears we commune through hammer and flame.
So you're the sun god. Good to meet you. You can call me Hammer, call me Kurt, whatever you prefer.
I will call you Kurt for now.
First name
What?
basis then.
Yes. What
Call him Sue.
divinity did you worship before?
Oh, well, that's a complicated question. I guess you could say, Moradin at one point. There's other gods before. Kind of find their use comes to me, and sometimes it goes. Really haven't found the one yet. You know what I mean?
Moradin.
Forge Father,
I
yeah.
believe that is a worthy god to worship. Know that I will return you to his service should the connection be possible again.
If his service is something that he wants, my service is something that he wants, perhaps I'll give it. But we'll see. For now, I work for you, it seems, so keep pumping these powers into me, would you?
Yes. I will gift you what powers I can.
And I'll do my best
That
to
is-
help the people of this world in my quest to escape it.
An admirable quest indeed. I will say it is strange for one blinded by the sun to worship one who has adopted its visage.
Yeah. All kinds of different folks in the world. I mean, I don't see well when I'm outside, but that don't mean I don't like the sun. It's warm. It's nice. Just hurts.
Makes sense.
Indeed. Quick question for you, disappear in the divine cloud or however you got here or whatever. Do you know the way out of here?
Unfortunately, I do not.
Damn. God
My-
doesn't know the way out. Shoot.
I fell here as others did.
So you rose to divinity. I see. No, I've heard this story before. Lucky.
Indeed. And my power seems to grow the more followers I have.
Well,
I remember this being true of the previous divinities.
well, whatever power you can lend me, I'm more than happy to use it. And I promise to you, I mean no harm to anyone here that don't mean harm to others. So, that promise I can keep pretty easy.
Then we should get along fine.
Good. Anything else I should know? Like, you got some rules or some kind of, quest for me or something? Or I don't want to miss out.
The only thing that I wish from you is to do what you're already doing.
Well,
Helping
damn,
those
that's
who-
easy.
Can use it.
You're one of the easiest guys I've ever had the pleasure of talking to, I must say, Mr. Soom. Appreciate it.
Well,
Well, I
I
gotta finish.
may call on you in sometimes,
Oh,
but
yeah, feel free.
I will leave you to your smithing.
Yeah, I got a lot of work to do here. If you don't mind turning back the time clock here and making it go again, I can't really make the blade forge with it being all paused and whatnot.
Very well. And with that, he disappears in front of you, and the time seems to revert back to.
Yeah, Kurt looks back down his
What the
blade, continues working. Nice guy. Goes back to it.
I realized I don't think I have this set up for nighttime, do I?
Kurt's getting high on the forge vapors.
No, I was stuck in time. I was in a time dimension.
We're gonna lose Kurt to heresy. That's okay.
Heresy? What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm not gonna join a cult. Maybe I'll join a cult. I don't know.
Oh, I was saying, just yeah, getting a little too friendly with that god.
I need a new buddy, man. I got new powers.
You can't be on a first name basis with God.
Oh, of course you can. You gotta be a cleric to know what it's
The last guy that was on a first name basis with God, we crucified him.
Well, maybe I'm the Jesus of this game. No.
Well, he is a blacksmith. You can make your own nails.
Carpenter, there you go. Yep, put him right in me. Talking about heresy, what's the word? Not heresy. Is that heresy? What's it mean
Could be.
when it's religious. I forget. Heretical? Heretic! I think, yeah.
Heretic.
Yes,
yeah.
heretic.
Heretic, that's right.
Heretical. Yeah. Welcome, Dustin.
Dustin arrived.
Hello, friends. Sorry.
Argo's here.
So I
You
was
missed the intro!
I missed
so good.
I missed the intro. Let's say I was dealing with my apartment complex.
All good. Yeah.
What's an apartment complex?
Missed the overview of the last stuff, and we had a bit of a scene with Kurt here, but
All right. I was a bit worried that I was the one crucified. Like Argo would come to his senses.
Nope.
And someone had crucified Argo to a wall.
You can't.
He was
really
gone for 5 minutes. Kill him.
Can't we crucified a robot. Like, good job, I guess.
You'll just be on there for a while.
Doesn't really ring the same way, you know.
Doesn't have the same impact. I see.
He's just gonna get down at night. Doesn't care.
You're just,
I mean, yeah,
you're
it's
just
just
up
gonna
there.
hang there for a while.
Just up there, like, all of this will turn to dust soon, so I mean, I could just wait.
Literally, the crucifix will rot away before he does.
I just had to chill for a while.
It'll just fall over one day, and he'll just get up and be like, "Well,
I'm leaving
No,
this
he-
down.
Yeah.
sorry, I'll try and mute before I cough."
You good?
all good. Yeah. So, do we have somebody to stream the Tailspire stuff for Dustin?
That's typically my job. I won't throw somebody else under the camera bus.
Yeah, it'll be too much on my. I'll probably heat up and explode if I do one more thing on this computer. Probably not, but
Well, at this point, I have returned it into exploration mode, so y'all should be able to control your tokens and do things.
yeah.
After the recap of where y'all are at, is there anything that anybody would like to do right away here?
I would like to buy Alrune a drink while we wait and we watch pit fight shit.
All right.
I think we need to
Easier
be good and alcoholized before.
Oh yeah.
I believe you guys had been already drinking. You had a table for a while that Brooke actually might be holding down for you still on the inside of the tavern.
You still have the blacksmith music on, by the way.
Yeah. Since we had a few people over there, I figured I'd leave it.
Okay,
But,
then do you?
Yeah.
Yes, and I buy a slightly larger drink for Halmar because I made a bunch of money off of him just now.
Yeah. There you go. I appreciate that.
So if you're moving into the tavern, we can do that.
Wait, where's my friends? Are they not in here?
They're over by the pit near the stairs up to the announcers.
Oh, they're not in the inn.
No, yeah, they're
Yeah,
watching.
no.
They're
Correct.
watching stuff.
Right now, Brooke here is the only one that would have been at your table.
I thought for a
Alright.
minute you were gonna say he doesn't have any friends.
Oh, jeez.
I'll chat with him.
Okay.
I'm done people watching.
What can I do for you?
Oh, me? This is my
Yeah.
table. I was just gonna get a drink. Whenever that lazy ass barkeep with the dumbass inn name gets over here.
You might be confusing the hapless hydra with that. You do still have like mugs from last time. I don't know if you all have finished them or whatnot, but
No, I'm not confusing anything. I'm being intentionally contrarian with the rest of the party.
I see.
I think the hapless hydra is a great name, even if it doesn't have a reason. No, this name with its perfectly legitimate naming conventions and rolls off the tongue charm. No, I hate it.
What was this tavern called again?
This one is the Angry Tortoise Tavern and Tap.
Thank you.
Like, you might as well have called it Sunny Day Hillside Inn or some bullshit. Like, grumpy. All tortoises are grumpy. Isn't that right? Dwarven guy I rescued. Who has a name that I don't recall?
Brook.
Brook. You're named after a river that isn't quite good enough to be a river.
It's not Brook, it's Brook.
Brook? Huh.
B-R-U-K.
Is that a dwarven name?
Yes.
That's interesting. And what's your last name, Brook?
Hold on, checking notes, shuffles notes.
Let me guess, something stone? Or something to do with metalworking?
Kinolt. Brook
Oh wow,
Kinolt.
this world's fucking messed up. Can't even be properly fantasy racist. So when did you skyfall? I assume you weren't born here. Oh, that's actually a good question. Do people get born here?
Yeah, actually. I myself am Skyfallen, but the other folks that you rescued with me are actually locals. They were born here.
Is there a name for that? Firstborn or something?
We call them locals, or I don't know. We don't have a specific name for it.
Is there any socio-political tension between locals and Skyfallen?
Not really. They've just been here longer, usually.
Alright, that makes sense.
Some of the Skyfallen tend to question them every now and then if they get curious, but other than that,
This world obviously has some amount of weirdness to it. Has any local been born with any strange tendencies or talents that are foreign to where, say, Skyfallen like yourself and I may have experienced back home?
I can't say I remember much back home, so I don't have much of a point of comparison, but, I mean, there's all sorts of people around here with all sorts of skills.
So your memory still hasn't really come back that much. Do you remember how long you've been here?
I've been here a few years now. Enough to settle into a kind of quiet life. Doing logging and farming and the like.
So I'm going to be completely honest with you here, Brooke. I assumed people's memories would kind of just come back over time. And you're telling me that's not guaranteed? Like, you just might not remember?
I wouldn't say not guaranteed. I'd say it's almost guaranteed the other direction.
Wait, that you'll forget everything? Like,
No.
you'll lose even more memories?
You don't lose more memories, but the only things that you get back are usually early on. And, most of them aren't pleasant.
Okay, so painful memories from your pre-Skyfallen life.
Yeah.
But the longer you stay here, the less you recall new memories.
Right. I'd say that it's usually the first few days to a week or so that you get back whatever memories you do.
That's frustrating as hell. Is there a way to recall memories more reliably, like eating or drinking or participating in some ritual to encourage that kind of rememorization?
I've never really tried it, but I don't know.
So if you hit me
closest
really
thing-
hard, on the head.
Vaguely remember that being the opposite effect.
Meanwhile, back at the bar, Argo will be like, "Hey, what if we hit each other in the heads really, really hard multiple times? You think those memories might come back?"
Who are you talking to?
Just a group in the.
Currently, the group is kind of split up in different directions.
Oh, that's true.
So-
I guess I'd be with who's ever still drinking, just relaxing.
That's just me.
Oh, I'm with you. Like, yeah, I was about to. Shit. Okay, I was about to say, yeah, maybe we should just hit each other head really hard.
We should hit you in the head.
All right. I hit myself in the head.
No, I've got to do it. You're
Why do you have to do it?
well. It'll be cathartic for one. Let's be honest.
Let me hit you in the head.
No,
first.
I'm a man of flesh and blood. You'll hurt me.
The server that's been serving your table comes up and says, "Can I get you any more drinks?"
Well, I'll take. What drinks do you have?
Ale.
You don't have any wine?
We might have a bottle around, but
I might be pretty rough around the edges, but I have what some would call a refined palate.
Interesting. Well, I will check. I'll be right back.
Yeah, hopefully somebody here remembers how to make goddamn wine.
And he'll walk off back to the other thing.
All right, well, I guess that's the sum of most of my questions. I guess I'm just trying to figure out what life is. I'm gonna start that over again. I'm just trying to figure out what life is like around here and why people seem so, I guess, accepting of the fact that they've just been dropped into this place.
Well, when you get shown every night the bad things that happened in your life before, people tend to try to move on from that in whatever way they can. There ain't a lot of hope of getting out of here, since we don't know that anybody ever has, and if there even is a way.
You, recall the names of any individuals who might have made a point of trying to get out? And maybe where they could have been doing that business?
I mean, the only thing I could think of is the old stories around the old king, but the bard might know one, actually. She tells stories from time to time.
Boy. Alright, let's go ask the Harper what she knows.
What the hell's a Harper?
Everybody's a Harper.
I don't know what the hell a Harper is.
Well, you know what? I feel like I should know, but I don't know. She must play the harp. I probably saw it when I was here first and just attributed it to her.
You talking about you're just trying to find someone that could play a musical instrument?
No, you need to pay more attention. I'm going to ask the Harper about this king story. I haven't even hit you in the head yet.
The server comes back over with a non-standard cup. You usually have the tankards, they've got all the handle on them. It's not quite a wine glass, but it is a wooden kind of cup without a stem on the bottom or anything. It'd be like the top part of a wine glass.
I take it and splash it in my face.
That works for me.
He's handing it towards Gregory.
All right,
Say
well,
that Well, we found something. It's a red. Hope that's okay.
I'm gonna need the bottle.
Okay, if you want the bottle,
I want the bottle.
That'll be 2 silver.
All right, here's 2 silver.
And
Argo, you want to split it with me since you're just gonna splash half of it in your face when it gets set on the table before I can even touch it?
No, I'm already properly lubricated. I'm not gonna splash more alcohol on myself.
But you just did that.
Yeah, but that was a joke.
You're a joke. Please get the wine for me.
he leaves, quickly comes back with the whole bottle and sets it on the table next to the
Great. I pick it up and I crack it over the side of Argo's face.
Do you actually?
Yes, absolutely. That's why he wanted the bottle.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Okay. Is this an attack of opportunity because he didn't expect this coming? Do I get a sneak attack?
You're not a rogue. You
Well,
don't have that,
I mean, if
there.
you had said yes, that would have been pretty cool. Like, I could have got...
Can I kill Argo with a strike and stuff the body under the table?
Betrayal.
All right, let's see.
Kyle might be the bad guy.
Are
We
we the
might have to
baddies?
throw Kyle into a pit. Yeah, that might happen. He starts killing everybody with his broken glass bottle.
Oh my god, dude.
All right, so that's a 13.
My armor class is 19.
Well,
Okay, so you break the bottle over his face. He doesn't seem to be phased by it, but the bottle did break.
Did you just smash that bottle on my face?
The
Yeah!
like,
the
What
area
the-
around
you do
you
that?
kind of goes quiet,
what?
and you see a large bugbear from the corner
Oh no.
looking over at you and starts picking his way through the crowd rather quickly.
Oh.
I have not seen this bugbear move. I take the broken bottle piece and I just chuck it on the table with disappointment with my hands on my hips and I pinch the bridge of my nose what and like did you recall anything?
No. I'm wet now. I gotta.
You were already wet. You just tossed alcohol all over yourself.
No, I didn't do that.
Yes, you
The,
did. When my drink came, you
Give
did.
me a towel. Give me a towel.
The bugbear gets over to the table and says, "Is there a problem here?"
There is a
Yes,
problem.
there's
I'm
a problem.
covered
Why are
in-
you here? Don't disrupt me and my friend. Please.
I'm
Be
here
gone.
to see if I need to remove you from the establishment.
Why?
You just broke a bottle over his face.
He asked me to.
No, I didn't.
You said we need to hit you in the head.
I said, dude, you gotta give me a warning. That was not right.
Well, you had agreed to it before I had him fetch the bottle. Listen, if you see it coming, it's not going to be as effective. I hit you with every fiber of my being, and you didn't even lose consciousness.
I didn't
Which
even
is-
feel. I didn't even. That wasn't even phased.
Exactly. Sir, you need to put down the axe.
Couldn't find a bugbear, so the best I got to Minotaur.
Oh.
Well,
Now, listen, I understand you're doing your job, but please rest assured, this was intentional and agreed upon. My friend here can corroborate, as can the dwarf.
as long as you clean that up.
Yeah, clean that up.
You clean it up.
No,
You're already standing in a pool of alcohol that you spilled over yourself.
you're the one who hit me. You clean it up.
You asked me to. I'm not cleaning
One
this
of
up.
you is gonna clean this up, or both
Alright.
of you are gonna be out.
Well, obviously we'll have the robot do it. My knees hurt. His are mechanical.
I take offense to that. That's
You
It's
take
not
offense to the very realistic fact that your knees are mechanical joints. Are you
got about
ashamed of
10
your body,
seconds
sir?
to start moving towards this, or I'm gonna kick you both out.
all right. Fine. I
No,
get a
Argo,
towel.
hold on a second.
Oh,
So
okay.
you're saying if I don't clean this up, you're gonna take me away so I don't have to clean this up? I agree. Come on. To the door with us. Or with me, I guess. I'm through with this stupid fucking idea. Didn't even fucking faint.
I'll clean it up.
Thank you.
I'm
I
sorry.
storm out of the building.
He's got some anger issues.
Good to know. I'll have to keep a better eye on him.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have to. He's a loose cannon.
All right, I'm gonna
He's
go
gonna
find Kurt.
explode he's gonna explode any minute. You better watch him.
I appreciate the heads up. How you doing, Brooke? He can starts a conversation with the dwarven fellow that you had mentioned.
Okay.
Yeah. What is going on with Kurt?
What's going on with Halmar and Alrune? I haven't heard from them in a while. You started with
Yeah.
me, so I feel like they should
That's true.
thematically be next.
Yeah. Good call. Good call. Yeah. What are Hilmar and Alrune up to? Last we saw you were watching some of the matches.
What's the current fight going on right now?
Current fight, they have they're doing a standard duel, so they have dull weaponry and are in like armor as well, and it's a points duel. So as they hit different areas, the marshal's hitting the drum and calling out a point value based on where the hit was taken. And it's two kind of larger gentlemen that are each look to be pretty fit combat-wise. It seems to be a pretty fair fight, and it's taken a while for them to get points. They're doing a lot of blocking with the shields too.
This doesn't look as fun.
Points. Who cares about points?
Should be the first one to the ground. Do you have enough drink? Do we need more?
Oh, we always need more drink.
Well, I say we go and get more. How do we know, a friend will be in town?
Didn't they say he would probably find you?
I said nightfall. It's getting there.
Oh yeah. The bouncing back and forth from inside to outside, the lighting keeps changing on me. So the because the environment on the inside of the building actually has lighting,
It's
so
like
it
lux
should
lighting,
be darker than you anticipated there. But it's also one of the things where in the dark it is harder to see some of the patrons and everything. But you haven't seen anybody new coming around. It's hard to tell with the crowd, though.
Who are y'all waiting for?
A large
Council
man.
member, guy said he was going to be here. He's on the council, but he likes to fight here occasionally in the evening.
Oh, why did we?
So-
why were we looking for him? I'm just for Ed.
So, want to fight him?
Oh,
He's also a Goliath, which was
Roger.
He's
Why
a
not brought up?
so it's supposed to be like an even thing. Like
Oh,
maybe I
understood.
can, impress this guy. Hopefully,
Understood.
some rapport, if you will. Maybe get some information. But
Well, this one doesn't look as exciting, so I say we go back to the tavern for a few minutes.
All right. Is that where you're headed?
we're heading back to the tavern to as we watch our friend get shoved out the door, I guess.
I walk
Yeah,
out the door.
You see Gregory leaving and walking across out of the place as you're walking back in.
There's something wrong.
You've got some wine on you.
Splash damage. I cracked Argo over the side of the head, trying to get him to recall some memories.
Wouldn't that have happened when we hit the ground?
Well, the idea is that we could. Alright, let me fill you in. I was questioning one of the locals. Wait, nope, he's not a local. He's a Skyfallen. Local is someone who's born here. But I digress. I was questioning him about recalling memories. Apparently, we are going to be getting less of them in the coming days. Apparently, you only really recall anything shortly after you skyfall. So I was trying to theorize a way for us to encourage more regaining of memories. And since that seems to only happen when we're unconscious, we figured, well, maybe if he got knocked out, he would recall something.
Or he could go to sleep.
Right, like, obviously that works too, but if you're not sleepy, you're not going to go to sleep. If someone makes you go to sleep, you are asleep.
Gregory, are you okay?
I'm going to be perfectly honest with you here, HJ. This was very, very thin logic in order to allow me to hit him in the head, consequence-free. It was successful, so...
That is what I'm referring to.
Mm-hmm.
Do you need someone to talk to?
No, I'm perfectly fine. The robot's got a problem, and this is the most easy way to have it resolved. I'll just get to hit him occasionally, and everything will be good.
I see.
Or at least the one time. I don't really think I'm going to be able to get to do that again. But it was good.
What
That
will
one
you
was
do?
shit anyway.
Well, nothing substitutes a good ale.
See, I'm going to have to trust you on that one. Never been an ale guy myself.
Well, where I come from, good ale.
Is good?
Yes.
It
Was.
doesn't translate very well.
Anyway,
Do you remember
Was.
where you come from?
only small pieces. Landscape, smells, a dream. That's it.
Well, if you ever need to recall any of your memories more clearly, I recommend socking Argo across the head. It might not get you any new ones from your past, but it'll make some good ones for now.
I will take that into consideration. But,
He's a weird little robot. He likes it for some reason. Makes him think he's tough.
I get the feeling that that's not true.
Well, I recommend finding out for yourself. You know, trial in the field, as it were.
Right.
He smiles because he knows he's full of shit. And he knows you know it.
He gives you kind of a. He'll raise his eyebrow. He kind of sees what you're doing, but he's not like totally bought in, right? So he's
Well, if you plan to come back, I will buy you a drink.
Oh, maybe I will. I'll give the bartender some time to chill out a little bit. And I'm gonna go check on Kurt, since everybody seems to have somebody with him and he doesn't.
Right.
As you're breaking your conversation, you hear the triple drum beat from atop the Marshall Tower, signifying the end of a match. She shouts out a winner, and you hear equal kind of boos and cheers from the crowd around the thing. People start swarming back around the kind of betting area and everything.
Someone's still standing. Not my idea of fun.
Your idea of fun's both of them not standing?
Let's just say a real fight is not won by points.
I mean, it depends on how philosophical you want to get. I mean, sword has a point. I think that's won quite a few battles, actually.
Your wit is as sharp as ever.
Well, I will commend you for not using that as a very, very open potential to insult me. Exactly where I thought that was going. It didn't go that way. I'm happy that it didn't.
I have no reason to insult you.
Oh, give it time. And I think he'll use that as a point to break off the conversation and go figure out what Kurt's up to.
Alright. Are Hjalmar and Elrune continuing into the bar then?
Yeah, we're gonna step
Yeah.
back inside.
And
Alrighty.
I make a comment as I walk inside. There's something wrong with that guy.
He has some problems, right? We can fix him.
That's the last of it before we step in the door.
Good. Alrighty. Stepping in, you're greeted with the familiar interior. The dwarven bard sitting on the stage, currently plucking at a lute. You'll see Bruck is engaged in a conversation at the table you were at with a bugbear there, and Argo is cleaning up some glass shards from the floor and table around.
How tall is this bugbear?
He's probably about like 6'3", something around that.
I still have 2 feet on this guy. Okay.
Yeah. Like he's large for most people, but
Okay.
you are even larger.
Alright, so I will.
You are
We'll
just
carefully
huge.
try to step around him to follow Elrune.
And he'll kind of nod at you and like make some room to let you pass by.
Sorry.
Oh,
At least wine isn't flammable this time.
Depends
Yeah,
on
but-
the wine.
Yeah, but now I smell like red brioche.
Are you alright?
Oh yeah, this is a bottle. Unlike you flesh-based creatures, I don't. It's gonna take a lot more than that. Well, you know, if he was smart and hit me in the throat, maybe it would cause a malfunction. Don't let him know that.
The throat?
Oh yeah, look at all the sensitive mechanics. He flexes his neck, and there's a bunch of almost like a piston contraption.
Fascinating.
Kind of
I may-
eyeball it for a minute. Yeah.
I made the suggestion maybe to jog our memory, some kind of trauma has to happen.
I believe Gregory stated strictly unconsciousness. But why violent unconsciousness?
I don't know,
There's
a mixture
much
of
better ways.
a mixture of adrenaline. That's all I was thinking about. I didn't
Why
think
not?
he'd lock me in the head with a bottle of wine.
Why not drunken unconsciousness? Or maybe sleep?
I can't go to sleep and I can't get drunk.
Interesting. You're intriguing.
Yeah, well,
So, what do you do if you can't get drunk?
what do you mean?
Do you taste food?
No. I
Then
can smell.
Why?
I can smell food though. It smells all right.
Why bother living?
I mean, I'm technically not alive. He gives a wink.
I'm very confused, but I think
Yeah, I'm confused too.
I'll think it over with another ale.
Yeah, so, hey, you know what? That's a good idea. We should get you drunk. We should get you as drunk as possible and you get knocked unconscious and see if you regain your memories that way.
I have a fight coming up.
Well, that would be even better. You can fight almost completely unconscious.
My fists don't connect as accurately if I've been drinking. I think we'd better save that for another time.
All right, that's a good test for later.
The
When is your fight, by the way?
Soon, I believe.
the
This person
bartender.
will-
Oh, go ahead.
This
Didn't mean to
person will
interrupt
come find us as night falls and he arrives.
Right.
This council person, do we know anything else about him other than he's a fighter?
I only know he comes here for sport. Perhaps I can.
Best be careful, maybe not all these people have the best intentions.
He's on the council.
Yeah.
I don't think that he would murder other combatants.
I asked the owlbear, hey, big guy. Oh, ma'am, I don't judge.
The bugbear, you mean?
Yeah.
What can I do for you? About the same time, the bartender also steps up and asks for another round of drinks and does the normal.
The strongest stuff you got for my large Goliath friend here.
Well, we've got some. It's essentially vodka.
Oh yeah, give him that.
I don't know what that is.
Potato-based alcohol. It's stronger, but does not taste at all good.
Do you think you can do you think you can handle a potato?
It's
I don't know what that is.
I think you make me out to be not as smart as you think I am. I can probably handle a potato.
All right, yeah, give him your strongest stuff.
Well, if you're asking for it,
Oh
it's
yeah,
gonna be 4 copper for a shot.
he'll take a silver's worth.
Are you paying for it?
Yes, I am. He'll take a
So this-
silver's worth.
He'll take a silver's worth out of his wallet.
Well, that might be close to all we got. Not many people ask for this, actually. And
Don't worry. I'll take care of it.
he steps back over,
No.
and brings back kind of like a tray with small wooden kind of shot glasses that are carved out, and there's only 6 of them. But he'll set them down on the table and say, now, one of these is about 3 ales.
That's it.
Then he'll set it down and say, I don't want you to get in any trouble, but pace yourself.
I'm gonna need
And
your
then-
keys.
Walks away. And he
10
says,
shots on the table, Jesus.
You think you can handle all that?
Wait, with 3 of you? I mean, I guess that's doable, but that's a night.
yeah,
Jesus
there's only
Christ.
6 shots.
That's it's only 6.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You gotta drink them all. I don't drink alcohol. I don't get intoxicated.
Yeah, we don't let you near shots anymore after the incident.
Yeah,
I've
where's
been
the
using-
fireplace in the here? Let's make sure it's far away. Okay.
It appears to be far enough away.
There
that
is
we don't
there
need
is
to
an unbreakable path between Argo and
worry
the
about
fireplace.
it.
I'm gonna. He'll put his hand on the table, and between his his index and middle finger, and then between his pinky and his ring finger, he'll take two shots, and both of them at the same time.
Oh no.
Alrighty. Yeah. So you do that. How well does Hjalmar handle his alcohol with this?
Dude, it's no problem. Not only is he a Goliath that's 8 feet tall, this is like you're asking a Viking to be drunk under the table. Like it's not gonna happen for a while, probably.
Alrighty.
2. I mean, once we start to get like 4, I mean, you're adding up to like 12 ales. I mean, yeah, it would probably,
Is anybody else partaking then?
yeah.
Oh, I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely offering the trade to Elrune here. Yeah.
You little kobold body.
Keep up with him.
So yeah, I'll start with 2, and then I'll kind of Hilmar will kind of eye Elrune from like 8 feet up, right?
Oh yeah.
just kind of give him a grin.
I grab one as well and down it as a size comparison. We're good.
Okay, so you down one of them. Is that so? That's 3 of them left, but yeah, they'll be there for
A shot
time.
for each of us left.
Very good. How are you feeling?
Well, I just got started tonight.
Yeah,
I was being safe for my fight earlier.
and as you guys drink that, it is it burns going down the back of your throat. It's not just like regular, vodka that we'd get here. It's very strong, and it's just straight distilled there, not meant to be flavorful at all or anything like that. It just straight alcohol burning. As
So what you're saying is this stuff could service machine parts.
Oh my god!
It might be useful as a cleaner, but if you wanted to attempt that in the future, but yeah.
Not letting you near the shot glasses.
He does look like, that stuff does look potent. It could probably clean my helmet. Or my head.
Are you going to splash more on your face?
Thinking about it.
I want to.
You still are a very strange creature.
I slide the shot glass tray away from Argo.
Well, I started this last round. Alrune, I think it's your turn.
Alright. I down another one and do the slam down on the table upside down thing.
Alright.
So now we're even. We're at 2, right? But I'm gonna take the second to last one. Yeah. Hilmar will kind of hold it up like cheers, and then I'll stack it on top of his with the open end down.
Alrighty. And 3 shots in, you're actually starting to feel it already. Just a little bit. Shortly after you down that, the doors to the inn open, and you actually hear the room around you go a little bit quieter. The kind of faces shifting towards the figure that just walked in. You see a towering figure, 8 feet tall, wearing a dark green and brown cloak that obscures his form. And you see a wooden mask. The mask looks as if it was grown into the rough shape of a skull, but smooth where the mouth and nose would be. The only cutout being 2 eye holes, which are dark enough to obscure the barely visible brown eyes beneath. This figure enters the bar going a little bit quiet and says, "Which one of you is Alrune?"
Oh, that's
I look
me.
down at
Okay.
Elrune. Yeah. I kind of. I don't know if you want to look at him between my legs or something.
Oh no, I'm probably sitting on the table at this point.
Oh, on the table. Perfect.
I actually have an image here, if it'll let me paste it.
Ooh, we got art.
I used some Hero Forge to grab it. Does not let me do it again this way. Here we go. And I slightly modified this.
Oh.
So that is would be the mini. The kind of mask that he's wearing looks like that.
Okay. So how did this guy enter the tavern? Is he like looking to stir up shit, or is he just waltzing in? Like just kind of his demeanor, I guess.
He very much just kind of opened the door, stood there, and asked that question. He hasn't made any moves or anything.
Okay.
And after he asked that question, and you all start, pointing towards Alrune, and Alrune speaks up, he says, "We duel." And you see the wooden mask kind of shift in your direction, Hjalmar. "We talk after."
Man, a few
you're in
words.
trouble.
And you can tell that through the wraps, where there are wraps, there is that pale gray skin that you see common to Goliaths.
I like this one already.
Yeah,
And I'm
he
gonna
sounds
reach
fun.
over. I'm gonna reach over and grab the last shot that no one's taken yet, and take it before I walk out.
That was probably best, because if it was still sitting here as we walked out, Alrune was going to take it as he jumped off the table.
Oh my God.
The figure turns around and just kind of walks out of the room.
I can probably see him coming and going from the inn from the blacksmith, right?
Indeed, yes.
Yeah.
You would see him walking.
All right, I'm just want to know that I'm aware.
I go,
Argo,
Oh yeah, I'm ready to
would
go.
you like to spectate?
Oh yeah, I gotta watch this. You guys are gonna. I don't. Do you think you can take him?
I'm just gonna walk out.
Oh, I don't know. Got a bad feeling about this little buddy.
I guess I go up and I'm like, okay, where am I going?
Into the pit. You see him conversing with the marshal. "Fists, I believe that's what you were fighting with earlier.
Yeah,
Would you rather do points or incapacitation?"
well, real duel is incapacitation.
We are so fucked.
Oh yeah, I'm totally getting knocked out. But
He'll nod to the marshal and just say, "Okay," and he'll start walking back around the pen. The marshal will actually kind of motion for you to wait for a second, and she'll say, "I only have one piece of advice for you. Never try to remove his mask. You can punch it, but if you try to remove it, I will have to intervene."
okay.
Interesting.
Other than that, have fun. And she'll kind of start heading back up into her normal roost up there.
What's her look? Is she pretty sure we're gonna die here? Like she's shaking her head like here's another one or what? Can I infer anything?
She looked very concerned when you said to incapacitation. But you also see that nobody is swarming the gambling tent at all,
I see.
which is
Before
very
I come
odd.
down here, I bet a gold on myself.
You bet a gold on yourself. Okay.
I asked them what are the odds on this?
So going over to the goblin that's sitting over there, they're like, You're actually gonna bet on this. Interesting. We'll go with 100 to 1.
That's
Alright.
why I'm betting a gold on myself.
100 to 1.
100 to 1.
Alrighty. And so they'll take the gold, throw it in the pouch, writing down into the book with the foot that was standing there as she does. Alrighty.
So Argo bet, right?
Yeah.
Were you betting something, Argo? Or
I'm gonna bet 5 silver.
On
Hjalmar.
Oh no, Halmar
no,
is fighting
Elrond.
Argo.
it's going up for
Yeah,
Argo.
yeah,
fighting
Elrond
for-
going after him.
Yeah, this is Elrond's match.
Oh, okay, shit. I'm gonna bet. Yeah, I'm gonna bet 2 silver on him. No offense.
Hey, my fight went faster last time.
and you said you bet a gold on yourself?
Yeah, because I have the money and it's funny.
Okay.
Alright, I've got myself down in the opposite pit that he was walking towards, so.
if
I
you
would-
bet a gold on the other
Um,
guy, you just get a copper piece.
Yeah.
I also like to place a bet.
Okay.
Hjalmar is going to put down 50 silver. His winnings
Oh.
from before.
That's 5 gold.
On Elrond?
Yeah, on Elrond. Yeah.
Oh my
50
god.
silver, that's
That's 5 gold.
500 gold.
No, that's 5 gold. 10 silver equals a gold.
Yeah, he said 50.
50
It's
silver.
100 to 1.
Silver.
That'd be
Yeah.
5.
Oh, for how much you would make. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You made
I'm
it.
just saying how much
Yep.
he's
That's
putting up.
that's
It's
all.
5 gold.
That's the winnings from before. So
You better make us all rich.
on my own match, yeah. So I'm just giving it back. Is all I'm doing.
Alright, now I just have to win, right?
Yeah, you do.
Right.
Please, by all means.
So you said you started heading towards the pit opposite of what he does. You actually see him just jump to the ropes and hop over it and just fall down into the pit.
Don't try it.
He just jumps over the ring.
I was level 2, I'd
Yep.
totally do that.
This
You
guy.
You fell down about 15 feet, and does not seem like it impacted him.
Yeah. If I was level 2, I totally would have done that as a monk. But
Alrighty.
Come on, buddy, you can do it.
oh, I'm in the southern pit because I thought he was walking towards the other pit.
Okay.
The
Yep.
one.
That works. If you walk up to the gate, I
Yeah, I'm
can,
right behind it.
I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. I got the camera on the
Go
scene
for it.
now.
Alrighty. Let you in. So this you gather is Inoan, right? He looks over to the healers and says, "Heal him," so that you're at full health. One of the
Okay.
healers comes over and taps you and gives you a cure wounds that will bring you back up to full
I
health
was only
after your
missing
previous
2.
duels. Yeah.
Okay. This will be a fun fight. It might be quick.
So he stands opposite you in the ring. He had leaned, or I believe the picture that I showed had a spear on his back. He leaned that against the marshal's stand up top, so he is currently unarmed.
I dropped my chest and spears behind me, so.
Yeah, that's what the prep area is for too. So, cool. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and roll initiative here.
I'm good at this part. Not great, but good.
Hey, that's above average. You're fine.
You are actually gonna go first.
Ooh.
So we're gonna turn base mode.
Oh man, he is farther away than I would have hoped. Oh well. Okay, 7 away.
Alrighty.
That's annoying.
So, as you guys are getting into the arena, you hear the kind of crowd around, like, heavy whispering and just kind of excited. It's that din of kind of like, oh, something exciting is happening. The marshal looks down from up top and says, "Are you ready?" And Nolan gives kind of a nod, still unable to see his face past the mask.
Okay. I guess I will just go up to him and ready in action to hit him because he's too far away.
Okay. So doing that. That's your turn?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Nolan will look at you, and you see him take kind of a little bit of a defensive stance, and then steps in to your range.
Okay. Then let's see what happens here.
Got this, Alex. You got this.
18.
Ooh!
Alright, that'll hit.
And 8.
8 points of damage.
Wow!
Need to do math. Actually, I'm just gonna track it here.
Your soul leaves your body.
Alrighty. So you're able to get a strike in on him, and he kind of takes it, and then rears back and goes and gives a solid punch himself.
Bon misses.
27 to hit.
Yeah, that probably hit.
Holy... What? What? Oh, no.
Alright,
He's
so you're...
dead.
Yeah, so... Let's see. You're gonna take...
He what?
Wait, he has
14 damage.
A D10 with the shit.
Is there another? Is he a monk too? Because that's not fair.
You see the speed of his strike, and as he's going to punch, you see like the sleeve of the coat billow out, kind of around his punch, and he hits you kind of square in the collarbone, and you get knocked down.
Oh yeah.
Does the 14 damage? Yeah, knock you out. Okay. For those watching,
I think that knocks 2 of us out.
yeah,
It does. It does.
for those watching, you see him knock Alrune down, and you can tell that he went out immediately. You see him take his hand and place it on Alrune's chest, and gives kind of like a small jolt, and Alrune, you actually get healed and come back up.
Okay.
What? He's not done with you yet.
Keep fighting.
Sorry, I'm trying to look and find this.
Bringing you back so I can kill you again.
He has that way of mercy.
That's crazy.
It'll be this plus 3. So you get healed for 6.
Okay.
Just enough to do 6 damage.
And at that, he'll actually step back out of range here, and kind of give a like, come at me with the hand.
I glance up at the judge for a second.
She looks down and she nods.
Okay. Then I will, I guess, step forward again if I can click on my character. I can't click on my character. Why can't I click on my character?
Oh, it's not your turn yet.
No, my turn.
There you go.
And I step forward and I go again.
Alrighty.
16.
Oh.
16 will not hit.
19.
19 will hit.
Another 8.
Another 8 points damage. Alright. Alrighty. Is that the end of your turn then?
Yeah.
And that was using Flurry of Blows?
No, that was using my the
2 of them.
regular one. I don't have Fury Blows yet. That's next level.
Oh, right.
Offhand,
just-
right.
Okay.
Yeah, I can just use. I have offhand a melee attack
Right.
with martial arts.
Okay. Go up to the next one. He's going to kind of reach up and pull the hood back, and then so you can see the mask that is fully around his face, the hood revealing the kind of bald head of the Goliath that is kind of normal. And as he's doing that motion, you actually lose track of him for a moment as he moves around you, and you feel a rush of wind from behind you as he's gonna take another attack. We'll roll it in here. So that's a 19 to hit.
Plus 10 makes it difficult for him not to hit me.
This is all.
I have like a third of a chance that he's not gonna hit me.
Yep.
It's okay. Just enjoy the beatdown. You're fine.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah.
He's bringing you back every time. So
So you take 5 points of damage.
Just
Ah,
enough.
still standing.
nice.
Yep.
1 HP. Fuck this guy. He for sure only has 24 HP.
Oh yeah.
He's going to take his second attack
What?
and do
Yep,
the
he does-
same thing that he
Not
did
one. Not one.
before.
Not one. Not one on this level 20
I
mod.
think he's trying to heal me again.
Is he?
Yep.
What?
Yeah. And he's actually gonna reach out and go for a grapple on you.
Oh no.
So he's gonna reach out and try to grab the front of your coat. So this will be a contested. You can use athletics or acrobatics.
When I do acrobatics, oh, that was a terrible roll.
RKO out of nowhere.
He's gonna roll a 7. Damn it.
He rolled the
Yeah,
22.
that's not a 7.
All right, so he
Close to a
firmly
7.
has a grasp on your coat. He uses what you will somewhat recognize. It's weird because you don't know this ability right now, right? But you, as he does it, recognize the motions that he's doing. He's gonna use Flurry of Blows.
Yeah.
And continue striking you.
I think it means he only gets one more finally.
Yeah. As he's already touching you, though, he is also going to use the healing hand and heal you for 9.
He's gonna punch you
Okay.
after.
He essentially, each one of these strikes, you see kind of an open hand that he goes in and strikes very precisely in places where, from the feel of it, is injecting some kind of, like, you being a monk, you know it's kind of the key energy that you're using, and it is kind of surging into your body and repairing those areas. He's making very precise strikes in places where he knows that flow will catch your natural body's current and repair those areas. I believe...
Sure, these odds weren't 1,000 to 1.
He has one more actual attack.
I feel like he is a few levels above me in
Maybe a few.
Perhaps a few. Yeah.
Um,
Maybe 1 or 2.
Listen, this is an exercise in patience.
Dirty 20.
You can do it. Just gotta let
And
me heal
then-
you enough.
eventually say run out of key points.
I mean, yeah, and then he
He'll
won't know what to do.
8 damage to you.
Hey,
I
I'm
mean,
still
that's-
up.
I mean, that's true. You know, if he runs out of key points,
Heal punch, heal punch, heal punch.
Alrighty.
This guy's
It
messing
is
with you.
your turn. You are currently grappled.
Well, that doesn't stop me.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I still attack him.
Alrighty.
Because I've been told
Bite his
to.
kneecaps off.
Get him.
I missed the first one, obviously.
Miss.
No.
I attacking him. I'm swinging
There
him.
we go. There's the
Shiny 20.
Another 6.
Now there's 6 points of damage. Alrighty.
2 HP?
So and grabbed. Your. How do you hit him with him grabbing onto the front of your shirt there?
The first hit, I just sort of like try and kick at his gut, and the second one, I actually grab onto his arm and fling up and hit him in the head with a kick.
Alrighty. You hit him in the head with the kick. He kind of comes back reeling, and you see like from the kick there, it kind of got his head to the side. And it's the first time you've seen kind of his head from the side, and you can see that mask goes all the way to the point that it's touching his face all the way around. Like you don't see a gap there.
Mm.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I missed my first attack, so
Alrighty.
and there's no way I can move in any way at the moment. So
You'll hear him say, I've seen what I need to see. And then he'll make another attack here. And get a 26 to hit.
yeah, so I'm unconscious. I'm guessing because he has like a plus 12 to his damage.
It's only a plus 4. So
I only
you
have plus
take... You have how much?
2. It doesn't matter.
I mean,
He
we
does
knew about your
six
odds.
bonus
what this
kills you.
would be.
Yeah.
He belts 6 points of damage to you. Oh shit, he actually had advantage on that hit. Never mind. So he, grabbing your lapel with the other hand, comes around and kind of gives you a hook to the side of the face, and then the rest around the crowd see him drop Alrune. The Marshal looks down and he looks up at the Marshal and kind of nods, and the Marshal calls the match there. He'll then take his hand and do a similar healing motion and do the quick jab into the chest there, and bring you back up to
At least
Try to roll
do
it here.
my man the decency of giving him his HP, man.
4 HP.
This guy.
Bringing my boy
and
back
then
to 4 HP.
The crowd is kind of murmuring around, and like they knew this was going to be the result. They just were interested to see how you fared.
No one had
And,
the heart to tell the little guy.
Yeah, the
1 in 100 odds should have been.
yeah, and no one walks over to the healers and flips a coin to them, and one of them comes out and heals you back up to full again.
There we go.
As well. He'll actually make his or do kind of an acrobatics check to jump up the side of this wall and
Net
end
one,
up.
net one.
Yeah, where's his check? Make
Oh,
a
no,
check. I
no,
want to
no.
see this motherfucker fall. Come on, nat 1.
Trying to be all stylish, he's gonna fall.
I want to see this guy nat 1. Come on. Ah, come
Oh,
on.
damn it. All right, whatever.
It could have happened. There was a 5% chance.
He could have been it.
He runs up to kind of the edge of this pillar here, kicks off of it once, and then ends up on top of the waiting area.
He just
Where
falls
people are watching
down.
from.
And he's gonna dust himself up. I'll take the stairs. He just walks over.
He picks up the spear and then kind of puts that back around his back.
I attempt the same maneuver.
Even in
I mean, maybe.
even in
Yeah.
he claims
He does it
victory.
3 points cooler than him.
Oh, yeah. Go for it. So what does it look like when Alrun does this? Because he is significantly shorter, so it takes more
Yoda.
to get up there.
You got a Yoda. Just like,
Yeah.
With Elrune, it's actually I bounce off of. I start on the other wall, and it's one of those bounce maneuvers.
Right.
Jackie Chan your way up, man.
Yeah.
Are you going up the same spot that he did, or?
Oh no, I'm gonna jump up where all my friends are.
Okay.
Oh no, it's cooler if I do it where he is. So yeah, I land next to him.
3 points.
Alrighty.
cooler.
You do that. He's starting to step away, and you jump up behind him, and he hears you land, and he turns his head around and gives kind of a quick, like, nod, bow, like, nice work. And now that we're outside of there, we can end the music there.
Nothing
Think this is the
personal,
right one?
kid.
Teleports behind you.
He kind of turns to you and then says, I
That's
needed to
dark.
see how you fight. Because I also train similarly.
I can tell. Ow. I think I need a drink.
Good thing you had like 3 shots
Word.
earlier, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. As he knocked you out and brought you back the first time, you would have noticed the alcohol wore off.
Oh.
He says, where's your friend?
That I look around like that way.
Alrighty. And he will continue around with you to find the remainder of these folks. Real quick, I do want to get over to Kurt and Gregory. What are y'all doing?
Yeah, Gregory was showing up here, wasn't he?
Yep, I was stopping by to see what you were up to.
Yeah, you'd see Kurt working the hammer, he's slamming it down, working on. He's got a bunch of blades, I imagine, at one side. He's reheating them and straightening them out. Doing pretty good work. You can see the hammer's got the runes sort of lit up with every slam. He's putting some magic into it, he's helping this guy out. He's working hard. Pretty much where you left him, Greg.
Well, I see everything here is as I left it.
Yeah, and he wipes some sweat off his brow. Greg, you stepped away for a moment. Everything all right?
Yeah, I went to the inn for libations.
Did you give me a drink?
Did I get you a drink?
Well, yeah.
No, I did not do that.
Well, all
Did
right.
Did you want a drink?
I don't know. I can go get my own after I'm done with my shift. I just was wondering.
Should have gotten him a drink.
You win any money in that there pit over there?
No. Judging by the mood of the crowd, I don't want to be betting any money on that fight.
No. Can't remember that well, but for a reason I feel like you're supposed to be a gambling man, but maybe that's just in your profession.
More like it was something I liked to do. Not so much anymore.
Turns over to the blacksmith. What's his name?
I think it's.
Did he have a name? Or was he just blacksmith?
I think it's Nithrin.
Nithrin.
If I remember it.
Nithrin, I'm gonna take a break. It's like a 5 minute. All right with you? Yo, Nithrin.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a 5.
Sorry.
All right.
Looking for his name just to make. Yeah, whatever you need. I'll
So,
be here.
We're back. Just sets the hammer down on the anvil. Grabs probably a cloth nearby to wipe some of the sweat off. Looks over and says, "Everything all right with you?"
Oh, with me? Yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm trying to keep an eye. He's like casting his eyes out to the crowds occasionally, whenever he has the chance. Trying to keep an eye out for this counselor fellow we're supposedly trying to find.
Yeah, no one's found him yet.
Well, he's supposed to show up in the evening, and it is the evening.
Yeah, I mean that's the whole reason we came here. I was hoping that maybe that he'd run into you in the tavern or something.
I had assumed someone of such pomp and circumstance would have some kind of event hailing their arrival, or
Right.
crowd would assemble, herald would toot on a horn or some such.
Well,
I don't know. People know he comes here, so it's not like he does so secretly. But I haven't seen anybody that looks counselor-y yet.
Well, I'm earning my keep here for the night. Old Nithrin over here is going to buy me a room so I can stay somewhere for the evening. You got yourself a room as well.
Well, I believe Nithrin here was going to buy me a room as well for offering security for his store for the day. You know, I've been keeping a watchful eye out.
You hear him over the grindstone, him from the background say, "I didn't agree to no security. I don't need it."
And I looked at Greg and said, "Nice try it, Greg. Nice try it. I'll buy you a room if you need one."
About 1/3 of the time that works.
You see he's currently sharpening like a large greatsword that he's also holding.
Right. Says, it was a good attempt, but you got a place to stay. You can stay up in my room if you need.
Blacksmiths always think they've got security handled. I'll tell you what. No, I can afford my own room. I was just trying to get one for free. You don't need to dip into your own pockets. It's on my account.
All right. Well, I say we stay the evening here at the very least. Where are the others? Do you know?
No, they wandered off toward the pit. I imagine one of them's fighting right now. I see HJ and Argo watching, but I don't see the little guy, so I imagine he's in there clawing somebody's face off.
Let them have their fun there. There. I imagine a lot of us are tired from everything we already went through. We deserve a little bit of relaxation, however we wish to go about it. Me at the forge, and with their fighting. You with standing around, I guess.
Yeah, I don't understand why everybody just seems to be so nonchalant about all this. Like,
Because we're
you
stuck
remember
here,
the dragon, right?
No, I do.
Okay.
Gregory, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know where the hell we are. I don't know how the hell we got here. I'm pretty sure whatever's happening back home, hell, time could be moving differently. I don't know. I mean, I've read enough stories to feel like whatever we're in is hell. I think
You think it's hell?
No.
Oh,
I
okay.
think we should probably lift our concerns of the world we were in before and focus just on getting out of here. Wherever that dragon's doing, it ain't under our control no more, and it no longer our responsibility, I say, till we get back. But for now, I think everyone's just trying to cope. Just let it happen. We'll get back on track soon enough, I think. At least by tomorrow. I don't want to stay here 2 nights.
Well, I can't force anyone to take their responsibilities seriously, but I guess I am surprised at the lack of discipline on display.
Well, not everybody's like you and me, Greg. Not everybody works the kind of profession that, like, did we work together? I feel like we did. Whatever.
I'm assuming, at least in an unofficial capacity, maybe.
I remember being at the Plague Council with you at the very least, so I'm sure we had some kind of affiliation. In any case, we'll get back on track tomorrow, alright? Let's let them have tonight. Shall we?
Well, considering the sun ain't in the sky no more, I think they have tonight whether I give it to them or not.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really want to travel out in the middle of the dark. Hell to know what's out there.
You know, I always figured you'd be comfortable in the dark.
No, I am, but... I mean, other things are as keen in the dark as I am, so... I'd rather not face those kind of dangers. I'll face a beast in the day in my own disadvantage than a beast at night and be on equal terms, personally. At least I can see what's coming. I mean, technically I could see what's coming otherwise. I'm not a fan of the dark, alright? Let's just say that.
I mean, I didn't expect you to be.
Maybe one time, but not anymore. Anyway.
Yeah, I would kill to be able to see in the dark like you do. Would make my job back home a lot easier. I'd assume I work in the dark.
You don't want all the baggage that comes with coming where I came from, wherever that is. Listen, I got about an hour more work here to wrap up. I mean, if you hand me your crossbow, I can hammer it up, make it look nice. I'm sure old blacksmithy over here isn't gonna notice.
You know what? I would not blame you for thinking I have a crossbow.
You're right. Give me one of your axes. I forgot that you're always pointing that damn thing. Give me one of your axes.
All right. Yeah.
Shine that.
Here, have this axe I've yet to use. See if you can make it better.
I'll shine that sucker up for you. Don't worry.
And at any point during this, you can kind of merge back into the other stuff that's going on. You could see Noan walking into the bar at this point, if that's where you'd like to join back in.
That looks like a councilman right there, or something. Somebody important. And it looks like our friends are following them.
Doesn't look like a councilman, but definitely a cultist. 9 out of 10, that guy worships something he shouldn't be.
I only got a little bit to wrap up here. Do you want to make sure that they don't get in any trouble?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Alright.
Seems to be the only thing I'm able to do here.
Come call on me if you need anything, alright? I'll be right here.
Well, if we need you for anything, you'll probably hear
You know what?
Before
I
I
will
spoke.
probably hear something, so I'll just keep a close eye. I'm sure it'll be louder than the forge, guarantee it. It'll be the sound of somebody getting punched and brought back to life again, over and over again.
A lot of. Oh!
Yeah, Kirk goes back to the forge and leave Gregory to watch
Yep.
these guys.
Gregory will rejoin everybody at the end.
All right. So at this point, Anoan is kind of led back to the group that was watching, and he'll say, "We can talk inside," and kind of start leading back towards the inn as well.
Kind of hop down off the bench and I'll pat Elrond on the head.
And more minutes I would have had him.
I'm sure you would have.
He's like a piñata. Jesus.
Are you coming, Argo?
Oh yeah, I'm coming with you.
All right.
You think you can take that guy?
I don't think he's going to fight me.
No. No.
I would have liked to have tried.
Oh,
Give you,
it was
he'll
fun.
give you a grin. Yeah, he'll give you a grin before we go. He knows he's fucked, but it doesn't matter.
I thought for sure he was gonna
Uh,
challenge you, since you
I
were
got
a
Argo.
Goliath.
But
I can get Argo.
Already moving.
No, I want him here. Right?
Okay.
Here.
Alrighty. And at this point, the bouncers kind of moved off from his conversation, and you actually don't see Brock anymore.
Oh, he's gone.
What do you mean? I see him right here. Oh, that's right. Okay. I'm gonna follow you.
You see.
Where are you taking him?
Elsewhere.
You put him in a hidden lair.
Oh
He's over there. Oh no, now he's gone. Now he's gone.
I saw a dwarf floating in the middle of the air. It was very strange. I'm pretty sure that's not the potato talking.
You on the other hand still are feeling the effects of the alcohol.
Oh,
You,
on second thought.
as I rejoin the table, I ask, "So you talk to potatoes now?"
I don't think so.
The spud speaker.
Funny man.
The tuber talker.
Tubers are not. Wait. You're confusing me. In case you didn't know, I've had a little bit to drink.
It's hard to tell. You just loom over everything. I can't tell if gravity just works differently up there, or if you're staggering, or
Yeah. Try the weather sometime. Anyway, we have a guest.
You'll notice too that the bugbear from earlier has pulled up a chair to the table next to you, turns it pointedly towards Gregory, sits down, and just kind of stares with his arms crossed.
I
But,
meet
yeah.
his gaze.
And he gives you a slow nod.
I give him a slow nod, but with a facial expression that says, "Fuck you." I'm kidding. I just don't know how to react to him being a bugbear.
You all have Enoan at the table with you, who will. He remains standing over the table, and kind of takes a bit of a wider stance and like drops his arms to his back, kind of like a parade rest type of look. And he'll look to Hjalmar and say, "You Are you the one that Silro spoke of? Newly fallen?
Yes. Myself and my friends here.
Well,
And who are we speaking to? This woodman?
my name is Enowen.
Your name is what?
Enowen.
No one? You have a name. Don't be a
Really?
dick.
Going to ignore you now. And then he
Can you understand him with that wood in front of his mouth?
Apologies for my friend. He has a peculiar sense of humor.
There's nothing humorous about this. I can't hear him.
I wanted to warn you. Don't pursue... Looking for the right word. Don't pursue cordial interaction with the tribe to the peaks. They are almost feral. When I fell, I sought them out looking for fellowship, and would warn you to not take the same path.
What happened?
With me, I saw the way they lived. They see everything as a threat. They are hunters, and the influence that Yolstar has on the region, they make contests of everything. If they don't see you as an immediate threat, they will also hunt you for sport.
Yeah, Kilmer looks kind of disappointed, and he's gonna sort of slump back in his chair.
They are
Figured you'd
not
like
the
that.
tribes that we remember.
That's, unfortunate.
Why is that unfortunate? I figured you would like something like that. A Hunter's Court sounds awesome.
Not hard to explain. We don't hunt each other for sport.
He said court, not sport.
No, he said sport.
No, I know what he
This
said.
is,
okay,
this is
okay.
Gregory. Yeah.
Gregory heard Hunter's Court, not hunt for sport.
Right.
Gregory, this isn't the same. Not to be hunted by like game. There's a difference. But what drove them to be like this?
Boredom. It's usually boredom.
Very well could be. As
Or
far as
protect-
I've ever gathered, they were here before anyone else.
How long?
Our histories go back a few hundred years. They've lived as a tribe there for that time, at least.
How long have you? I assume you're also Skyfallen?
Yes. It has been some time since I fell.
How much time?
Um,
Are you human?
looking up at his 8-foot-tall form, says,
It's all
"No,
human.
Oh, he eats his vegetables. I don't know.
I've been here, I think, around 30 years.
30.
How long does your kind usually live? I look between HJ and Mask Man.
I
he
also
kinda-
have to look it up real quick. Helmer's gonna sneak a Dungeons and Dragons player's handbook out of his pocket real quick.
It's human. I'm pretty sure it says 60, something to 60.
Yeah, it's not anything outrageous. They're not like
Maybe a
elves or
little
something.
less. It might be a little less, actually, but I'm pretty sure it's human relatable.
Well, let's assume you live maybe 10 years beyond what a normal human would, or maybe even 10 years less, because you're so freakishly huge. What would?
We don't live much longer than you.
Well, that just serves what I'm about to say. So, if these people have been around longer than, well, the 100 years worth of records of Skyfallen, then they are definitely locals. So they would know a lot about this land that we don't.
I don't know if they could tell you all that much.
Do they not speak?
They are almost feral in that they are constantly also squabbling with another tribe up there. The shifters.
So when you say feral, do you mean literally feral? Like they don't speak any understandable language and they act with primal instinct, or do you just mean they're hyper aggressive?
Hyper aggressive, don't speak in the same way we do. They're very short with their words.
So kidnapping one of them's out of the question then.
I don't think you would gain valuable information. Unless you're looking for how to kill shifters.
They know how to kill shifters.
They've been at war with them for a very long time.
Oh right, you just said that they were fighting shifters.
I guess not an open war, but skirmishes, tribal contest.
Are the shifters feral?
Some. They might have a little bit more intelligence to them.
Have you spoken with a shifter?
Yes.
So it is possible.
Yes.
And by speak, you mean sentences, whole and complete were exchanged between the two?
Yes.
Would it be worth seeking one of these shifters out?
What information are you looking for?
We need to return home.
That is not their focus. That has been the focus more of those within our city. Everyone has their own path to trying to discover that information.
Yeah, and most people's paths are to do nothing at all, so it doesn't really help much.
They all do things in their different ways. The church tries to spread their doctrine. The archive experiments with numerous losses of life. I have taken a different approach in attempting self-reflection.
Wasn't that what you were doing earlier with the wine bottle?
Kind of points at Argo and Gregory.
Yeah, there's some self-reflection. He could see himself in the reflection on the bottle as it hit him in the head.
Good one.
It is a
I
good
need
one,
some
yeah.
self-reflection. Liquid gets little mirrors, right?
I'm grateful to have met you here. What have you found? I guess in your self-reflection.
I've found more than I wanted to, and less than I'd like to.
Wonderfully vague. Care to expand on either of those statements?
I did not find a way out. I found a way to remember some things, but it's not much more than the dreams gave.
Well, what was it? Blunt force trauma to the side of the head? We tried that.
Oh, what I've tried for my methods? Is that what you're asking?
Was that not rhetorical? Yes. What have you tried?
I have spent years in training meditation.
Oh. He pinches the bridge of his nose.
I can tell you being knocked unconscious does not help with the memories.
Thank you. Some practical expansion on our very, very small island of knowledge.
He looks over to Alrun and says, "You appear to have pursued that path in the past yourself."
But now my head is just ringing. So probably, maybe.
I can tell you trained, but if you're only a day fallen, the skills that you're all learning are things that you knew before. I was not trained in this way before I got here.
What do you remember of before?
Things I would not speak of. They're unimportant to you.
Do you...
You see his demeanor kind of shift and his, eyes kind of center on the table in front of him rather than
Noted.
at other people.
Yeah.
Gregory, on the other hand, has not picked up on this and proceeds to explain, God, have I had enough of people being, I don't remember. I don't want to talk about it. Everybody has something they just don't want to talk about.
I haven't. I've been pretty forthcoming about everything I've mentioned.
Yes, but we've already established that you are not helpful on this subject. None of us are.
I'm sure he has his reasons.
Yes, probably the same reasons why he wears that dorpy mask.
All right, you gotta calm down.
His head doesn't shift, but you see the gleam of his eyes shift and look straight at you.
Yeah, that's right, I said it. You know how many people I've seen wear masks that were trustworthy? Not a single damn one.
Hjalmar's gonna he's gonna, like his eyes are aching, and he's gonna rub his middle finger and his thumb over one of each of his eyes, and just kind of like he's about to get fucking clocked, isn't he?
Before you get offended, because they always do, this is not a reflection on your character. This is just a collection of observations. People who hide behind masks have things to hide behind masks. That doesn't really establish a firm base of trust.
Would it make you feel better if he removed his mask?
Or at least shared why it was necessary. Do you see anybody else wearing masks in here? It's abnormal behavior. And people who are abnormal are dangerous.
You are wearing a mask, Gregory.
What?
I will not remove the mask.
And you don't have to.
I am identifiable by all of my other features.
What, that you're...
There's no need to hide.
What other features? That you wear a robe and you're 8 feet tall?
My size, my form, yes.
Great. Sure. Hopefully you understand that that's bullshit, right? I mean, if we put HJ here in a big old cloak and stuck a mask on him, and neither of you spoke, we wouldn't be able to tell who was who.
Where would we get a robe that big?
That is an entirely redundant line of questioning. We aren't actually going to find a robe to fit the man.
And
Gentlemen,
then this entire line of logic doesn't make any sense then.
please.
Are you broken? It makes perfect sense. They are staturally very similar. If you put them both in identical clothing with a mask, you couldn't tell who he was. So there's nothing about him that identifies who he is.
I
He
mean,
says in a mocking tone.
both have a much different swagger.
You do realize that kind of behavior can be trained, right? Like, base knowledge assassination techniques is to mimic the stature and walking of those who you're trying to hunt down.
Oh, are
I'm
you?
gonna shoot like a side glance at and Elrune, like, okay, are we? What's going on here?
Oh, I'm letting him go.
Just wait for him to get punched.
You would find that with Helmar, we are 2 of 3 that would match our descriptions outside of the peaks.
There is only one more. Other
Same
than
Goliath.
Yeah, sure, there's only one more Goliath. But guess what? Did you ever think that there were only 2 until HJ fell out of the sky? Doesn't really do much, does it? What about tomorrow? Maybe there's gonna be another Goliath falling out of the sky. Oh no, then there's only 4 of them.
He's in the same room as the only other Goliath in the world. Where is he? He disappeared. I can't identify him.
And what if you had another one? There'd be 6 of them. Like, basic math, man.
It's cracking me up.
my friend's attitudes aside, would you be willing to disclose the location of this third?
I met her on the expedition I had to the peaks. She lives near the tribes, but does not live among them.
Does she have a name?
You can call her Kira.
Kira, DM?
Yeah, Kira. Kira.
And is this Kira a feral linguist of some sort? Why does she live by such dangerous people?
She wished to remain near the only thing left that felt like a tribe to her.
Would it be worth it to speak with her?
Yeah, what's the worth of this individual? Why are we caring about this person?
Gregory, please.
I was on your side. I'm agreeing with you.
Right, just, if you're on my side, close your mouth for a few minutes.
Fine. Shit.
He'll say, again, it depends on what information you seek.
Just the past. Or before, perhaps.
Tell me, do you, when you fight, do you lose yourself?
No. As in, become feral.
Yes.
He kind of gives him a look like, of course not, you know.
I have control.
But what are you controlling?
Anger. Adrenaline, I suppose.
Yes. That is what I was referring to. The tribe, if you took that feeling that you're able to control and make it so that you can't, you're constantly in that state. That is how they behave. She is a master at controlling this and has been trying to help some of the more calm demeanored ones in that pursuit.
Sorry, I've had a little bit to drink. My feet are moving on their own.
Gregory grunts as he sits back down at the table with 2 mugs of ale and starts loudly slurping.
Do you live in the city?
Yes.
Would you accept a more private meeting?
I, when not performing council duties, you can find me at the Spires. Anytime that you wish to talk, feel free. And you do remember Silro had walked you past the Spires at one point.
So I've seen what he's talking about then, where to find him. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
it was a section of the river with stone spires sticking up out of the river, and people were doing like agility training or meditating in that area.
Oh, that was on the way here. That wasn't in the city. That was
in the city. It's right outside like the city gates on the Peakward side, I believe.
Oh, okay, okay.
Well, you've been very gracious with your time. Would you accept a drink?
I don't need it. I thank you for the offer, though.
Give him a nod. Understanding.
He'll look to the rest of you and say, I know it's your second day. Tonight will be hard. it does not get easier. And then he's gonna start readjusting himself and be on his way to walk out.
Yeah, and listening to all this vague nonsense everybody has so much time to drivel on about, it's getting real tiring too.
He doesn't acknowledge that was spoken.
Yeah, that's right, just keep walking.
Nice shout on the way out.
Shame. I didn't get to punch him.
Right. He deserved a good punching. Try and break his mask next time.
Well, I was told
Not
not to do that.
Not exactly what I meant, but I understand your frustration, perhaps.
People with masks can't be trusted. It's not safe.
I
Kurt
think
Wander in
we
it.
have more to worry about than masks. Hello?
I mean, it's true. Of course, we have more to worry about than masks, but this person is telling us things that are filling your head with ideas and places you should be going, but you have no idea if you should actually trust him. And he wears a mask, and ergo, cannot be trusted.
Save the people at this table. I don't think we
Who
can
don't wear
trust
masks?
anyone. Right, no masks here.
I don't know. I would fancy a nice mask.
Well,
We
then,
can
by
go-
my...
Gregory,
Mhm.
you've humored me. We can go where you please tomorrow, if that is what you are fishing for here.
Not fishing for anything. I'm just trying to caution people against trusting people with masks. And trying to point out that there was nothing we could trust about what that man said. That is all. I'm not trying to get anyone to do anything. Just be smart.
I mean, it's true.
We're in a place where half the people here don't even understand why they're here or what this place is. Regardless of whether or not everything seems okay, we are in danger. Because we don't know better.
I think it's safe to say. Best people we can trust, I mean, we're looking at them. You know? Stay true to each other, and maybe we can make our way out of this.
Then, what would you suggest we do?
Address to Gregory?
Well, well, hold on.
table.
Hold on. That guy, Mr. Woodmask over there, suggested that we're not getting better at what we're doing. We're just remembering what we're doing, what we used to be good at, right?
No, it seemed like we're remembering bad stuff.
Well, Greg, you've been doing that blacksmith all day, haven't you?
Yeah, no, I just got done.
You've been pretty
He
good
was-
at it. But,
Referring to skills, not memories.
well, both. Well, both. I mean, if we
Imagine you
can.
spend a long time here, yeah, you probably get good at whatever you try.
I'm just saying, maybe we keep getting more experience. We maybe go down into that weird labyrinth, and we get paid to do it. We might start unlocking more and more memories, more and more skills. Who knows? It might jar something.
From the information we got so far, it sounds like the memories only last so long.
It's actually going to be the opposite. The longer we take to recall our memories, the less of them we're going to be gifted.
Gregory
Yep,
said.
so that means we're gonna have to hurry.
I mean, I'm not really sure about any of this. I feel like we don't have any solid solid clues.
That's the infuriating part of all this.
Well,
We've been dropped into a place where no one seems to know anything, and no one cares to accomplish anything either.
then, as far as I can see, the only thing we can do is experiment. Coming here is an experiment. Talking to this guy, experiment. We just gotta keep pushing the boundaries and see where we can go and what we can do, and hopefully something at some point is gonna click. That's at least how I go about it. So like Helmar said here, Gregory, you point us in a direction now, and maybe we all get turns doing this, and we figure out the lay of the land. So you next, where we're going.
So you got to test that you put me on the spot, because there's no way I could possibly know where we need to go.
Oh, we got a lot of interesting places. I mean, Argo here just said that labyrinth. We got the sand word, marsh word, peak word, all the different ways. We got these shadow scales making their way around. The tribes in the north. Hell, a lot of places to go.
Yes, I know. I realize the dragons are a thing to pursue.
And that'd also probably have some of those reagents you put a list about. I mean, maybe that's the way to go.
I am increasingly suspicious that these items aren't actually going to be used for the research I hope they're going to be used for. Half of these just look like regular grocery list for bookworms.
Well, I mean, we don't have any perfect arrows taking us to the way out, so I think we just gotta poke at what we got, and your list is one of them. I'm more than willing to see if it is false.
It's certainly something to keep in mind while we're going about other tasks. Honestly, if I were to throw my knife at any particular choice, it would be the labyrinth. At least having money would facilitate whatever exploration we need to do in the future.
You seem to have reservations about going down there in the first place.
That seems dangerous, right?
It's obviously dangerous, and we saw what could happen. The whole party went missing, and they were pretty much happy to just sell them off. If we hadn't found that, we didn't even find that stupid door. That's what was it, Silro? No, that's the receptionist, ain't it?
Yeah.
The guy who was following us around.
Or no. Tharis.
One of them. There's a lot of names. I knew
Yeah,
I've been here 2 days.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. Anyway, that Varys guy found it. If he hadn't been shadowing us, who randomly showed up, mind you, he wouldn't have found that way to go find and rescue those people. So the likelihood of us being that party stranded there, I would say that's pretty high.
I mean, we were definitely taking a risk accepting that job, so yeah. But I guess you gotta risk it to get the biscuit, so,
I hate biscuits, but I understand.
Yeah. No,
And
I get it.
dry out your mouth. It's very unpleasant.
Now,
Seriously, I've had my fill of hardtack. I do not care for biscuits.
I think if we stick to increasing our rapport, or rep, or whatever you want to call it,
Rapper?
whatever. If we stick to maybe making a name for ourselves, I mean, there seems to be a lot of trouble around here. The scales and the other, crazy tribes and the mysteries of the sand, whatever.
Hapless hydras.
Hapless hydras. I mean, if we
Good
start
name.
doing something, people are gonna notice. Perhaps we'll get a little bit more attention, be able to get a couple more of our questions answered, and have more access to more resources. And but what I'm saying is, maybe the only way out of here is the long way. There might not be a simple answer.
That's well and good. But if answers are what you're looking for, I can certainly help. I've been here long enough to understand the kind of answers anyone here would have for you. Ask me a question. It doesn't matter. I don't know.
I have a feeling you're gonna
Nobody
answer
knows.
me in vague, little back and forth sentences.
Right? Like, potentially, someone might know. But I wouldn't know who that person might know is.
Gregory, everybody's got their secrets, alright? So let's just... I mean, not everybody's gonna tell us everything, but like I said, if we start making a name for ourselves, they might not have no other option but to answer us. So I say, we go to that labyrinth, like you said, and Argo said. Figure out what the hell's there. Maybe we can find something no one else has.
Like an answer.
Like an answer. Exactly.
Just any answer, really.
Oh, shut up. You big dork. You're
All
cracking
of
me
the
up.
light in the tavern suddenly go dim, save
Oh,
for
shit.
the one lighting the stage.
I think I've had too much to drink.
No, just
Yeah,
show.
you
It's
got
a show.
It's a show.
The bard speaks out. It feels like it's time for a tale. The common room erupts in a cheer.
Hey!
The crowd chatter kind of dies down as you see the bard switch from a lute to a pan flute.
You better be good at this.
I am missing the.
DC 20 performance check to impress me.
There she is.
He crit.
They make good music down in the Underdark, right?
Crits on a skill check. It doesn't
Oh.
matter.
I'm stupid. Okay. I had the roof thing set down far enough that it got rid of her on the stage. So I was like,
Oh yeah, it's just invisible for you. Yeah.
yeah.
She puts away
Um,
and brings out the
so the-
triple door.
The
No.
crowd chatter dies down. Yeah. She pulls out a
Pamphlet.
Made of.
Wood.
wood.
Just gotta be
Alright.
sure.
This one's the Schluffeldorp, not the.
Ew. Get it away.
And then the inn burned down.
And all that was left was that pan.
Literal push go into a fireplace to get this started.
Is he intersect there, Ed?
What's up? Oh, did I go in and out? What's going on?
Yeah, I don't have.
Oh, I think the whole call shifted. I saw Dustin
Yeah,
leave, and
might
now I
have
don't
been.
see your guys'
We're
cameras.
good. The cameras are back now if you click into it. Oh,
Here,
it's dropping in and
we'll
out.
do that.
What's going on?
There we go. I brought mine back up.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like we're.
Sorry about that, guys. My headset's acting weird, so I.
All good.
Oh, good.
The bard on stage blows a few notes on the pan flute and says, Orin the Bold, this story is told, in search of the brass dragon's lair. From the city of dreams he set out with esteem, lightly packed but well prepared. An illusion appears in front of her, a man in light clothing with a sword on his back, walking from a blurred city out into sand. 6 days and 6 nights he wandered the bright and unforgiving sands. The lair unfound and no water around, he began to doubt his plans. The city fades from the image, her flute's melody echoing unnaturally behind her voice while she's not playing. But footprints he found, to a hole in the ground where the occasional rains did gather. You see footprints begin to show in front of the man on one at a time. The scene shifts to the man kneeling down to drink from what looks like a small puddle. When he quenched his thirst, his heart almost burst. Where did you come from? He blathered. The room gusts as a brass dragon appears, unfurling its wings in front of the kneeling man. Arides the Brass had appeared, but alas, he was angry and not without reason. For the king's solemn quest to finally rest was to this dragon a treason. The dragon's form lowers to a predatory stance, the man reaching back to the hilt of his sword. A gifted blade that sliced the other in twain, the others in twain, being turned on the gifter in kind. And though they conversed, no logic or verse could change either being's mind. The man's sword gleams, throwing shadows around the entire room. So they fought and they clashed, king versus brass, for hours under the moon. With blade and his wits, the king did not submit, and forced on the dragon its doom. The image turns to stills of the two fighting. In each still, the sword flashes again. Discordant layers of notes from the flute seem to layer themselves together and echo around the room. A final image of the man plunging his sword down into the dragon from above shows as the music crescendos and then holds at a steady note. Once the battle was fought, the king was distraught. That fate had forced his hand. The music takes on a more somber tone. Tears touched his lips. His sword fell from his grip and was lost amongst the sand. The image shifts to show the man fall to his knees, dropping the sword, head bowed, his hands covering his face, and tears dripping through his fingers. The deed done, the spoils won, the king returned to his home. The image shows the man walking away from you towards a familiar stone wall stretched out in front of him, his hands down at his side, gripping a nondescript glow. His conscience unclear, he then disappeared and willingly gave up his throne. The man's form standing in a familiar-looking empty throne room turns to mist and blows away. The image fades and the room seems to brighten again, slowly. And with that, my friends, our story ends. The last line of our tale has been told. If you enjoyed the show, please let me know, and perhaps throw me a gold. And she releases all of the images, and the room returns to the previous light level.
I do a standing ovation.
The rest of the room also cheers, and you see some people going up to her and giving tips.
Well, this is much better than that other place.
Yeah, Apple cider's kind of shit, damn it.
I'm not giving her a tip.
I didn't want to be mean, but yeah.
Don't have to.
What does the hapless Hydra have? Like, what?
It's a shithole, I get it, alright, it's bad.
No, I mean, it's doomed. Have you seen this place?
Yeah, I've seen it, but I mean, people gotta walk out here to get it, so at least hapless hydra is in the town, so.
It's dangerous out here.
Only thing it's got going for it.
Also, we have no guarantee that the bard is attached to the inn. Probably travels.
Oh, maybe we could make a deal with her and the hapless Hydra.
I toss her a silver.
Yeah,
Okay.
I toss her a silver too.
As you approach, she has kind of like a hat that's laid out that people are throwing the tips into.
Nice story.
She nods to you and says, "Thank you very much. You're new in town."
How'd you guess?
I've not seen you around before, and I also tend to know people.
That would make me new, you are correct.
Well, let me
Kurt
introduce myself.
Hammer, nice to meet you. I introduced myself first. Beat you to it.
Damnosia Gravender.
Holy moly, that's a big word. I'm calling you Dow.
Whatever you wish. And she reaches out and shakes your hand.
She dwarf?
Yes,
Good to meet another fellow dwarf. I haven't seen enough of them around.
indeed. There's a few. Most stick to the Forge Works, but it's nice to see another one out and about.
Yeah, you'd see me there too if I wasn't taking a break, but yeah. Definitely nice. Well, you keep playing good music and all. I'm gonna go back to drinking.
Mind if I join you?
Huh?
I elbow him in the rib.
With what? Does he have like a look on his face?
Yeah, a sly little grin.
See, I mean, if you want to, I imagine my friends would not mind. You did tell an excellent story, and if you need a drink, take that silver. He picks it up out of the tip jar. You buy it with this.
I think I'll do that. I'm about time for a break, so... she, throws her pan flute into a bag that's off behind the stage in an area, and then kind of rights her clothing and walks over to you to join you at the
Yeah,
table.
right over here. All right, Everybody, this is Dow. Told a real good story. You just saw it.
Damnosia Greybender. Nice to meet you all.
She been drinking with us.
You all must be the new Skyfallen, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It's suspicious how many people have been able to tell that we're a new Skyfallen.
In a small world, I guess.
And I hear that you're also in with Silvero pretty well. Any information worth knowing for that?
You hear a lot.
I hear quite a few things, yes.
Her business is her own.
That's fair. I helped you, I hear he helped you get acquainted with the city. Gave you a tour.
Imagine as to most people.
I'm assuming he's been a gracious host.
Kind of looks around to gauge everybody else.
A shrug.
Yeah, sure.
Eyebrow raised from me.
He's alright.
I've talked to him for a total of like 20 minutes ever.
Most people we talk to here have been about 20 minutes sub, haven't they?
He seemed to be in a hurry to release us into the. Yes.
Yeah, he is a busy man, being a councilman and all.
What does he do?
Besides running the Oasis?
He runs the Oasis.
Well, he owns it, more like.
That's true. He owns it. His assistants tend to run things more.
That's why he set us up to stay there. You know,
Yeah.
to give him more business.
Yeah, he does that. I think he has some deals with some merchants as well as his normal council duties, which are mostly speaking to folks that want to see changes to laws in the city and making sure that things are well tended.
Now, D. I'm just gonna call you D now, because I keep slowly forgetting more and more of your name. It's a memory thing. Now, D.
He's had a few drinks.
One.
Apologies.
One drink. I've been working all day. Now, D. Your story that took place sandward.
Yeah, the
I mean,
story's
there was sand.
yes.
Do you actually know where that happened? Or are
Ah,
you just going off of improvisation?
you're interested in histories, I see.
Locations more.
Locations. This dreaming city is definitely a real place. It's yeah, Sandward, past the Shattered Plains.
I'll make a mind to go there. You said that sword was lost? No one ever found it?
Indeed, that is the legend.
His eyes widen as he looks at everybody.
Lost sword.
I don't like that look in your eye. It's creepy.
I don't know, it's just interesting, that's all.
So why did he fight that dragon anyway?
Sorry,
Yeah.
I said Shattered Plains. That's from a book. These are the Shattered Steps.
Okay, you'll correct me later. I'll only remember the first letter, apparently. If anything. You say. My brain.
Sorry, what was the question there?
Why was he fighting that dragon?
Yeah,
He seemed pretty broken up about it, but I couldn't tell why.
right?
He said something about resting.
Well, the only reasoning we have from the tale is that fate forced his hands. We don't really know why.
Huh.
Oh, I figure that might be something you want to expand on for your future iterations of the story. I mean,
Something up.
I mean, at no point after killing anyone have I ever felt like crying. So, there's obviously something going on there.
Ah, but that is the mystery of the story, right? We wouldn't be having this conversation if all the answers were there.
So it's
Don't
like a
get me
game.
started on not giving me answers, alright? I've had it up to here with that.
You'll get Gregor real heated. He doesn't like vagueness. Everybody gets at him
No,
real bad.
I like
Oh.
things being clean cut.
Interested in information. That's something I can relate to.
Hey, Gregory, I like you, but also, I don't like you.
All right, fair enough. I appreciate you being forward about that.
Wait, no, I was being
Unbidden,
vague.
mind you.
I was being vague. Never mind.
Oh, I see what you're saying. That's a good one.
He just swigs his drink. His joke failed.
Joke fell flat. Oops.
Information, you say?
Yeah. If you have any information worth
The trade.
trade, yeah. I deal in that sort of thing.
Who we got?
Of course, the bard barters for information. Some things never change. Do you have a pin on your lapel I should know about?
No,
Is it heart shaped?
No, she keeps that one on her shin. That's where she no one can see it
Oh,
there.
this is. Yeah, you keep it in your sock. It's a brand new breed of Harper.
She knows what she's doing.
She says, if I'm honest, the bard profession is more of a side effect of being an information broker. I feel like you hear a lot more when you're in the taverns.
We've only been
Well.
here 2 days, so I don't know what we would know that you don't.
Providing information. What information would we receive?
Oh
Depends on
boy,
what
I
you
hope
look
she
for.
knows.
Need to be sure it's an equivalent trade.
Well, what information you're looking for?
Belmar looks at Gregory, looks right at Gregory, like, dude, this is your chance. Your chance. Ask questions.
I mean, why would I even
Always
bother?
has
It's,
I look at Gregory
She-
like the labyrinth, right? Labyrinth?
No, I don't care about the fucking. Alright, we're gonna start with the obvious one. Is there. He's like super tired about asking this question because he's already sold off the fact that she's not gonna know, but he has to ask out of just an off chance that she would know.
Kurt just shakes his head like.
Do you happen to know a way for Skyfawn to return home or anyone working towards that end?
I know at least 3 factions are working towards that end, but I don't know if anybody has discovered a way.
We know
Yeah, could have told you that one myself. What are the
Can you
factions?
that question's gonna run dry pretty quick.
list these factions
But don't we
and where
already
they
know?
can be found?
Let me guess. Archive, the religious, and then there's one more. What is it, guys?
And I'll be frank with you; those are the only 2 I recall
Oh,
off the
I
top
guess
of my
there
head.
is one we don't know.
They only remember the 2.
All right.
Right.
One more.
Well, out of those 2, see, normally I would have charged for this information, but you know 2 out of the 3. The third one, I believe you were in here drinking with an Owen, right? Those of the spires have been trying to meditate their way out of here somehow.
Oh, spy.
His own faction.
Who?
Yes,
He would be
yes.
the leader of that
I'll go
faction,
take a nap, and the answer will come to me in a dream.
I mean, I've been
The
having
memories came to you in a dream.
Oh, don't you do that to me! I already have my memories. How are you going to glean information you don't know from thinking about it?
That's usually
No.
how you. Never mind. I won't go into that with Greg.
Oh no! I see what you're saying there. It's you know what?
I usually think inside my head, Greg. That's all I'm saying. That's usually where I put my thoughts.
Now, you all say
I
you've only
also-
been here a day.
Two
don't know
days.
much.
2 days.
2 days. But the way I see it, you interacted with a councilman. You seem to be pretty well equipped. That bag seems nice. She points to Gregory's bag and says, by the way, if you're staying here tonight, keep that locked up.
What, are you gonna steal it?
I'm not gonna steal it,
Alright, good.
but someone might.
Who?
You're in one of the very few places in our civilized area that there are fewer guards. There could be a number of people looking at that bag right now.
I'm gonna check. Can I check my equipment and make sure everything's there?
Yeah, I want to look
Yeah,
around
go
the
for it.
room, see if anybody's eyeing the bag.
Looking around the room, you do see a couple of people kind of staring at you. Particularly, you notice that there was a dwarf that was passed out in the corner before that is intently staring at your party.
I want to put my hammer on the table, but I want to set it down with like a lot of weight and make it. Can I intimidate?
That guy wants to.
Go ahead and make an intimidation check.
I'm gonna.
Anybody want to help me on this? Anybody want to
Against
like
the
make us
room.
look a little scary?
I think.
God, I've
I'll,
been looking for a reason to murder someone, so please, by all means, someone try.
And,
What's wrong with you?
I'll assist by like
What's
sitting up in
shoulder
my
arm?
chair. My broad shoulders will roll up in my
Yeah.
sleeves. Yeah.
Yeah. What's your intimidation score?
Oh. You don't want it.
I don't know if you want this one either.
You know what?
Oh yeah, we're all bad at
I will
charisma.
Right, I will definitely go with the physicality of you guys like broadening your shoulders, doing the drop there.
Can I use my strength?
Yes, that is something that I'll allow. Is like doing
Okay.
the
I want to give
strength-based
him help
intimidation.
by putting my hammer down.
Yep,
Can I
yep.
make a flex and give him my athletics bonus?
No, I just want you to roll. I want you to roll.
Oh, you want me to roll?
I put
Can
the
I
hammer
roll?
down.
Yeah, I'll roll it.
You
Do I get
roll-
advantage
get
if he's
advantage.
helping, or is this like a?
Yeah, with advantage. Yep.
What do you want me to roll? Intimidation.
It's intimidation strength. You just roll strength with.
Just click the strength thing. I don't unless you're proficient in intimidation.
Yeah, if you're.
I wish I was, but I'm
It's
definitely
just a
not.
strength check. Yeah.
If you
Alright,
click
so it's
strength on your
Strength check with advantage. All right, here's the first one. Okay. And then here's the second one, the advantage. Yeah,
Ain't
22.
nobody stealing this bag. We need to fight a fucking ghost.
Alrighty.
for it.
So you'll see a few of the kind of people that are looking over in your direction, like quickly snap their
Yeah,
heads back to whatever conversation is happening at their tables.
That's right. Turn around.
But that dwarf in the corner, he kind of narrows his eyes and actually stands up.
Oh no, he's gonna have to fight Gregory. You're gonna have to fight him.
And he walks over to the table.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Can I help you?
I know your faces. Why do I know your faces?
You trench foot?
No?
I wish you were trench foot.
I'm Trent Stonefoot.
Hey, you're the guy we're looking for.
Yeah, you're trench foot.
Get him! No, I was kidding. I don't say that.
No, sit down, trench foot. I'll tell you why you know us.
Do I
Because unlike anyone else in this whole goddamn world, I have an answer for you.
do I remember him?
Yeah,
Dungeon
did we?
Master?
Did I do that
So
Yeah, we know him.
looking at him, you do recognize his face, and you're not sure why, but you're thinking you can place it in some of the memories back to the Plague Council.
Oh, boy.
Well, I did tell them that
Yeah.
he dropped the Plague Council name.
Right. Yeah, you told your party members this.
Right.
Yeah, but this is kind of the, connection of that in their brains that, oh yeah, this is the guy.
Gotcha.
Here, I'm gonna actually place him out here.
Get him! Pile on him.
Get him in the bag of preserving.
So why do I remember your faces?
Wait, let me ask you a question. Does the name Belron ring a bell to you?
His face goes white. He says, "You were at the fucking plague council."
Hey,
Elrond, oh my god.
Yeah,
I
United,
remember
by the way.
Belrond.
Belron's looking
Belrond
out
and
for us even now.
Fucking trying to save the world. Yeah, I remember him.
That's right. You were in the play council too. What the hell? How long have you been here?
6 months.
6 months.
You're doing well.
So you're from the plague council. Yes. He's you kind of look at him. He is very disheveled. He looks like he's been working in dirt. And he doesn't look like he's sober at all. And he says, "Do I look like I'm doing fucking well?"
No.
Oh, get this.
I lean in and I smile. That's why it was sarcastic.
I give him a couple silvers. Here you go.
I don't need your fucking pity.
What?
Well, good, and you won't receive it.
He can pass out in the corner just fine, all on his lonesome. He doesn't need your money.
I was gonna give him some money. All right, fine.
I've got a job.
I don't
So
eat
noble
or sleep.
dirt farmer, I presume.
Got that right. It's about the only thing I can make a living doing in here. So when did you all get here?
Information for information, I imagine. We tell you, you tell us.
Well, he did say he was here for a few months.
All right.
We've been here for 2 days.
2 days.
Wait a minute. If you were at the Plague Council and you've been here a few months, I've been here 2 days. Last thing I remember, at least, Plague Council. So if you were here a few months before and we came 2 days after, that feels like a time difference.
Yeah.
I imagine something
I knew time was
happened
involved.
after. No, let's not run into any presumptions now. It's just as likely that we don't recall any time passing after the council meeting.
True.
Last thing I fucking remember is my own daughter turning to ash in front of my eyes, reaching for that damn scale.
What?
Escape?
Oh, you found the scale.
I think we all found it. And,
Wait a minute.
and as he's saying this, you, in the back of your head, see what he just described.
That's right.
You were there. You watched him reaching for his daughter as she turned to ash, reaching out towards a glowing scale in the middle of a pedestal.
Hey,
And-
hey, DM. What color was the scale?
Platinum.
Okay, so not brass. That was my first question. Was we know exactly where we're going if that was a brass scale? Platinum scale? Oh shit, dude.
So last thing you remember. What if that was the trigger? What if that's what? I don't know.
Think it turned her to ash and sent all of us screaming to this place.
Wait, I remember that. Yeah, that was crazy.
Huh. What else do you remember?
That's about it. That and the council meeting.
Was Belron? Wait, this is important. Was
you see his-
Was Belron with us?
I hate that fucking
You see
stuff.
his
I hate it.
eyes kind of welling up too when he's talking about this.
Aww.
I'll put a hand on his shoulder yeah, from here.
Belron wasn't there, right? I don't remember that.
Not that I remember.
I couldn't take it if Belron died.
So it maybe has something to do with that fucking scale.
For all I know, that was the last thing.
You sure we didn't
I
all
don't-
turn to ash? And maybe your daughter's here somewhere?
I looked. That was the first thing I did.
Man, you've been here a few months, better look far and wide. Well, shoot. Dragon
Okay,
still
we
got us,
keep-
maybe Dragon still get us out.
The the archive keeps records of Skyfallen as much as they can. They were also, I checked with them, we're the first ones I know of.
Well, maybe she'll turn up. Who knows? Could
We
happen.
came months later.
Yeah, we came 6 months. Maybe it's gonna take her a little bit longer.
We don't
I've
hold out
already
hope,
come to terms that she's gone.
well, probably better.
Have you found any other council members?
Yeah, anybody but us.
None from the Plague Council. That's what I was saying. I went to the archives and I was the first one to bring it up.
That's how we found out about you, with Gregory.
He kind of grips his mug and starts staring down into the ale. He says, I haven't thought about this all in a little while.
Well, we got means to figure this place out. Maybe find a way home one way or another.
Do you know how to get home?
I mean, that's what we're here to figure out.
Ah, you just haven't lost hope yet.
Yeah, that seems to be a common thing that happens around.
The only
mean-
thing.
This place drives it into you.
Well, listen. The difference is you're not alone anymore. Instead of one of us, there's like 6 or 7 of us now. It's like,
I've never been alone. Look at all these people.
yeah, but they're not part of the Plague Council.
I mean,
Hey,
you live
that's
life
clear.
They don't.
If you want to come with us, I mean, I'm more than happy to add to the company.
We gotta, we also got the will of Belron behind us.
Fuck Belron, alright? I don't care
Fuck
about that guy.
Ron.
Oh my god.
Fucking ideas got my fucking daughter killed.
Yeah, Belron did. Yep, he did kind of convince a lot of people to do stupid stuff. Maybe Belron was
What
the
are there,
best.
20 of
Maybe
us?
Belron was the dragon.
Yeah, maybe this is all Belron.
No, don't bring Belron into this.
When we get back, we'll kill him.
Oh,
Belron is the antagonist of the story.
Won't be no
Oh
living
my
hell left.
god. God damn it.
Kill that off-brand elven son of a bitch.
He's a
blue-
tiefling.
You goddamn
I believe you
son
don't
of
know
a
who this is.
He is a tiefling, that's right.
Just photoshopped Hugo weaving with horn.
he lives in
That's what I
Divinrel.
did.
Yeah. Belrond of Divinrel.
What's like the opposite of where Rivendell is? I'm trying to think of where this place is. What's like the polar opposite?
Moria?
Like a
Swamp Dell.
Like swamp
Gray,
Dell, yeah, like a
Underground.
swamp
Yeah.
dell. It's like
fucking swamp.
a shitty place.
Oh god. Jesus Christ.
Just
Yeah, Kurt offers this guy a place at the company if he wants it. I probably won't, but
He says, I think my adventuring days are over.
You see anybody else from the Plague Council? You said there were 20 of us. I don't even remember that myself.
I remember being in the room with 20 or so people. And that actually lines up kind of with what you guys remember as well. Is there
there were 20 in the room, but we recognized him. Did we see
Like-
faces of the other members?
they're blurred in your memory.
Okay, so not nearly as clear as his or something.
Right, like in seeing his, some of the memory is like re-clicked in your head, right? And so as he described that scene that already existed in your brain, it also made that connection, that bridge.
Did Quesh look familiar to us?
No.
Kurt will bring up again. He says, "Well, I mean, if a dragon scale got us here, I mean, it's a long shot, obviously. Most things we've come up with are, but maybe a dragon scale can get us out."
I don't know about that one. Dominosi also leans in and says, "That's an interesting theory, but a few people have gone down that road, specifically the archive.
With nothing?
Didn't seem to be any results."
Shoot. Well, I got nothing.
More questions than answers.
Seems to be the theme.
That tends to be a common theme here. And I am trying to figure out why.
Same.
You and me both.
I think dragon. I don't know. Considering that we got here because of a dragon scale and that story you brought up about the brass dragon.
We're assuming that scale brought us here. There's no
We
proof
also
of that.
wait a minute. The wizard we met here, he turned into a dragon.
No, he had a dragon spell.
Yeah.
He turned into a ghost.
Of a dragon, right?
No, it's
That
just a ghost.
wasn't-
Because 2 days ago, Argo, come on. He hit you with that
But
wine
that-
bottle pretty hard.
Wasn't voluntary, right?
You said you met a wizard.
Yeah.
That
count-
new information for me.
Oh wait, no, we got.
Worth
Yeah, what's it
something?
worth?
Yeah.
And she says, "Well, it depends on if you have anything useful about that."
Oh, it's pretty big. It's pretty major. You're gonna blow your mind.
As a DM, I am going to remind you also that Silro did ask you guys to keep Quesh's death quiet.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, shit, you're right.
I didn't say anything about Quesh. It wasn't me.
And also, we didn't say the name. We said we had a wizard.
Yeah. Yeah, you haven't given away any
What's she
information other
willing-
than you met a wizard.
What's she willing to do? And also, we don't. I'll remind, as a player, I'll remind a DM, we don't give two shits about anybody we met so far. It's been 20 minutes with each person, so we are willing to betray. What would she offer?
She says, "Well, it depends. Also, we should not talk here." And she kind of looks around to the very busy tavern. If you have more information about this, me being of the profession that I am,
What do we think, guys? Do we want to sell Sora onto the river here and trade some info?
No,
He
because
didn't-
that
We
can
like
stay
barely
back-
know that guy, though.
It
Yeah, but
depends
Yeah,
on
but
what
we know
she
this
has
bard
to trade.
even less.
I know, that's true.
Yeah.
It depends
But-
on what she has to trade.
That's true.
Also, like, it could potentially like destabilize the entire area and cause a panic.
I don't know if it'll be that
That's,
big.
that's totally fine. I don't give a fuck.
you see,
I mean, I don't want that to happen, but
you see Trent is also kind of looking at her with kind of a critical eye as well.
it matters what she has to offer. What do we think? Do we want? I'm one vote for hearing her out, just to see if what
There's no,
the details are.
there ain't no harm in hearing her out.
It's a good enough trade.
Does anyone have a room here?
I do.
Ah. Could we make use of it?
Sure. I ain't got no problem with that.
Alright.
Sure.
So she'll stand up from the table and say, "What's the room number?"
1.
She'll say, "All right."
I mean, there's like
and-
6 of them. Come on.
I will return momentarily and meet you there.
Yeah, you come with the general idea of what information you have to offer, right? And we'll see if it's worth it.
Wait, you have to leave before you come back? That doesn't make any sense.
I'm just gonna grab my things.
I don't care what you do.
Why do you need things to tell us information that you have in your head already?
Rather not them left in the common
You're
room.
being paranoid. Grievous, let her go. Nothing's gonna happen.
I watch her intently.
Don't come back with 6 people to kill us, alright?
You, she says, if I wanted you dead, it'd be done way differently.
Oh, yeah, if we wanted you dead, you wouldn't have even come here in the first place. Alright.
She walks over to the bag in the corner, and you see her kind of rearrange some things, put some of the loot case and stuff that she had going on. She closes it up, puts the hat full of tips that she had kind of in her lap, dumps those into a pouch, shuffles that into the bag, and then gets up and starts walking again.
Damn it,
Did
Jacob,
that
let me
roll get
upstairs.
recorded?
Did what?
I tried to roll something. I don't
A
know.
perception check?
Oh, now that I see the result, please continue.
Don't look at it.
you said you were intently watching her anyway, and this was all plain to see. So
Yeah, it's the not plain to see stuff I was looking for, but with that 8, I saw what I saw.
Plain to see.
she goes ahead and walks back the other way, and as she's walking around the room, Trent will say, "Be wary of that one."
Oh, please, I hope you have a reason why.
Uh-oh. I'm gone.
Are you in the floor above, maybe?
Maybe.
Oh,
Yes, I am. I don't know how.
so Kurt, is Kurt going alone then?
Oh, no,
or-
no. I want people to come. Don't leave me alone.
I
I'm
was gonna
dying
say,
here.
like, no, you
You're a big, strong man. You can take care of
I
yourself.
wish I could bring 6 people.
You can take 6 people.
All right, well,
No!
let's-
You're watching her. She doesn't leave the
And I
room or
ain't
anything.
strong.
She's just
We're
grabbed
gonna-
all of her stuff.
gonna
Gregory
file
watching
our
her
way
knows
up
that
here.
he's alone.
Send Gregory in there alone.
Yeah,
He can take 6 people.
You get the first
3.
one across the hall.
You can take 3 people.
4 is my limit thus far.
I could take none. I don't want to fight nobody.
Well, the fair wasn't an option for me at the time.
keep trying to do the StarCraft thing and drag a box around him so I can move all at
yeah.
once, and it doesn't
Yeah.
work.
I know. I've wanted to do that too. I think
Guys,
that's on their
please.
backlog.
Please.
Yeah.
Oh my
and
god, I
so,
went up further. Fuck. Take me back down.
Kurt, you're on the bed, is
Am
what
I?
happened.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's just a different level. Okay.
Yep. The we could go ahead and say that the blacksmith had given you the key to the room already, and
Hell
that's
yeah.
all
Number
figured
1.
out. So,
Sounds good.
and he did pick the double room in
This
here
place ain't
too.
too bad.
Most of the other places are single beds. He put you up in a double because he did hear Gregory talk about that too.
Look, Gregory was thinking about you.
Man's got a good set of ears on his head.
Yeah.
That's suspicious.
Needs a
Just
little
keep an eye on
blacksmithing
him.
work, but yeah.
Domnosia is the last one in. She closes the door, and you see her begin to cast a spell on the door itself.
Whoa, what are you doing? What are you doing? That's a little fishy.
Just a protection spell so others can't hear us.
I'm watching you.
That's fair. And she does that. You do see like the door itself kind of shimmers, and then that shimmer spreads out to all the walls around the room.
Insight check? Can I check that
yeah,
insight?
go
She
for it.
being truthful about what she's doing? I'm not a magic person, so
Yep.
just checking.
Yeah, it's kind of funny we don't have a single mage in our whole group.
Yeah, it's funny. We're all physical boys this time around.
With that, you'll notice she is practiced in this motion. Closing a door behind her and like setting a protective barrier around it to be silenced is something that she has done many times to the point that when she answered Kurt's question, she didn't stop. She was still doing the somatic components without looking.
Gotcha. And I didn't hear like a lock click or anything, right? So,
no.
Okay.
We should
About
be
to
able
fireball
to
this room.
speak freely now.
Alright, then start speaking freely. We want to know what it is you have to offer.
Well, first we have to decide on an exchange.
Yeah, our wizard stuff or whatever you got.
Value of information is paramount here. In not knowing the information, this is common, right?
Got a general gist.
We can each put a gold up front, and then if we determine that the information is worth less than that, we deduct from it. How does that sound?
Well, if I'm being completely honest with you here, Missy, I'm not looking for money. I can get money anywhere I need to. I am looking for knowledge.
Then this works in the opposite direction as well. We put as much money in the pot as you want information, and we pull money out depending on the direction that it goes.
So the money's just used as a scale, we're not exchanging coins.
It's to ensure that whoever has the information gets paid fairly, and that you have the money for the information that you would be getting.
Like Gregory said, we're not interested in money.
I realize you're looking for an information trade, but each piece of information has different values. If your information is worth more than what I give you, then you'll be paid, and vice versa.
I think I get what you're saying. I'm not that smart. 10 intelligence.
Well, that's pretty average.
Like I said, I'm not that smart. Average.
How about this? And she kind of goes over towards the nightstand between the two beds, and she lays 5 gold down on her side if she sits down on this bed of the nightstand. Think of it this way. This is the money I'm putting up for any potential information that you have. And you can do the same.
Alright. I'll reach in.
Find it. How do I know what monetary amount the information I have is worth? That would be subjective to what you would define that worth to be.
Right. And we'll agree upon a price afterwards. This is just a way to make sure that we have the monetary amounts covered in the event that that information was useful, right? This is to prevent me from trying to purchase information and getting nothing. And likewise, the same for you. If you get nothing new, then you don't pay me.
How much money?
I fucking...
How much money are we talking?
It's just a trade. This is the currency.
Fine. I put 5 gold on the bed. So what do we do now, then? You put 5 gold down, I put 5 gold down.
Okay.
You don't know what my fucking birthday is? I think that's worth 5 gold.
Can
And
DM,
I think that's worth no information or
Well-
no money to me.
while they're exchanging, Helmer's gonna laugh to himself that Gregory tells us not to trust anyone, but he's putting his gold openly in front of a bard. And 2, I'm gonna watch that bard's hands this entire time. And if that gold, disappears, we have our answer. So, I just want it to be known that I'm watching.
You see that she has a silver piece that's specifically not the same, that she's kind of flipping around her fingers.
I don't know. I don't think this is a good idea.
If you're looking for information, or looking to sell information, that's what we're here to do.
We're looking for information.
So,
Okay.
I'm looking at a merchant that has no goods. what is something we could purchase? Everybody here seems to be phenomenally skilled at talking in vagaries. Lay it on me.
And pique our interest, I guess. You were piqued when we were talking about a wizard.
Right.
Yeah, nobody
So-
in this whole goddamn world can cast above a second ring.
You're all looking for a way out of here, and that is your current objective, right?
Yeah, if you heard what we were talking about.
Okay. I have something that might be related, but it's never been looked into as far as I know.
Something that's related but never looked into.
A lead, I would say.
Hold on. Let me adjust the price. I take the 5 gold pieces back and I put down a copper.
What? I mean, that seems pretty good. What, did you want her to spill everything? She has a lead.
She said she has a lead on something that might be related but never been looked into. So that tells me it's unreliable.
All right.
That sounds like a copper piece.
My associate Gregory does not like what you had to offer. That's that. Is there anything else?
Oh no, he's doing it right. This is a negotiation.
Oh, okay. A copper piece, then.
He very underestimates the value of information, but I think he gets the concept.
All right,
The
Gregory,
concept is this is all subjective, and that told me fucking balls. So
you get up here and do this.
Yeah, the negotiating beds. Yeah.
I'm gonna get down here because I don't fully understand.
She says, okay, before going down that route, how about we do this in the opposite direction so you see how it works? I was looking at the information that you all had met a wizard. Now, the way that you stated that, I know that it probably wasn't someone at the archive. There are some there that are arcane inclined. But most of the ones that you would consider a wizard are female.
why is that?
So, well, that's just how it ended up being. So, my guess is that you have met someone else. I don't know who, because the likelihood of the only wizard that I know of is very low for you to find. So, I am offering, and she kind of looks down at the 5 gold. She says, I'm offering up to 5 gold based on the information that I get.
Which would be the name of this wizard?
If you give me just a name, that's not worth very much to me. If you give me something interesting, that's worth more.
Oh.
I imagine the level of interest would depend on who we are talking about, which leaves us back to the name.
Yes. And it could be progressive, right? I could give you some for the name, and then if you tell me more, I can give you more.
How much for the name?
Seeing as this is our first transaction, she slides 1 of the gold up into the center. I won't split the gold.
1 gold.
So 1 gold piece for a fucking name.
That's more than some people get in a month.
Sounds reasonable.
I could care less what other people get. It doesn't have any weight on what I'm getting.
Yeah, our side's only got a copper right now, so we need something.
Well, that's because we have nothing we care about that she has. What information do you think would be equivalent to the name of this wizard?
Could do a name for a name.
Oh yeah, you're just gonna tell me who the baker is back at the fucking... Ow, he's getting flustered. Like,
Name for a name. Someone in history who did some things that may be what you're looking for, but I'm not sure. I'm being forthright about that, at least.
Well, la de fucking da. Alright. I reach into my coin purse and I put 10 copper pieces on the bed.
Ooh, silver.
Yeah, but I'm doing it in copper pieces because it's more annoying that way.
Yeah, no, I know. I said, Kurt says, ooh, a silver.
She'll reach out and slide her 1 gold back and say, if you're not looking to make a fair trade, I'll leave.
I mean, it
And what would a fair trade be? You're sitting here telling me this is the name of someone who might know a thing? What even is the thing? This is stripping of monkey's paw.
I thought he got it, but I don't think he understands that I can't give the information unless he's willing to buy it.
No, I think he understands. I think the problem is, you know, I'll look to the rest of the party. Stop me if I'm wrong. I don't think we have an accord. I'm not sure you have enough information for us to feel comfortable giving our information. The whole "you're not sure" thing at the end, I don't think it's settling very well. Now, no reason for anybody to get gruff about it. Perhaps we just don't have the same eye to eye here.
That's fair. And that was me specifically trying to target something that I knew you were trying to pursue, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else, any other information that you're looking to purchase?
No,
Something not as valuable, perhaps.
perhaps, but I don't know. We only been here 2 days. I don't know how much we got.
But what would you like to know?
What would we like to know?
What is there to know?
I guess that would be something nice to know. I mean, the most obvious is getting the hell out of here. I mean, you had my ears perked at the lead you're talking about, but that seems like very valuable information. So, I don't know if we can afford it.
How about this? I could also provide the current schools of thought of the 3 different factions pursuing it and why they are doing the things they're doing. And maybe I could also give you some perspective on their organizations.
That would give us a direction.
Some usefulness, yeah. But what do we have to offer for that?
It's just money.
Oh, this is just for money.
Right, we're just going money back and forth. We can trade based on the value, but it's just money.
Alright, I mean, we've got money. How much for that?
If you're looking for the factions, it's fairly common knowledge, so I won't charge you much.
Literally could just walk into the library and ask.
Yeah, but I'm not in the library.
You could.
All it's doing is saving us we're going back to the town tomorrow. It's just saving us footwork.
Alright, well.
Indeed.
I take the 10 copper pieces and I put down a silver piece.
Did you have something in mind for that?
This is what we are going to buy the extremely common knowledge with.
I would say that's a fair trade. Alright. So, the 3 factions. You have the Archive, right? They're trying to approach this from both a scientific and I guess, magically scientific approach. They have tried many things, and some of the perspective I was talking about in the process have gotten many people killed. They have sent people into places that they've never returned from. They sent people beyond the valley. They've sent people trying to explore into the catacombs, but specifically hired them to stay past the time that they reset to see what would happen to them. None of those people have ever returned. The desires for them right now, they're looking for more leads, but they are also pursuing their own research areas. Each member of the archive specifies or is specifically researching one area. That I could give you for more, like which members are researching specific areas, is other information you could buy. But for what you've already gathered, the primary kind of lead that they're going into right now is trying to find the borders and the rules of this place. There are some links between things that are going on in the world and what seems to be more natural phenomenon. So, as a show of good faith, I'll give you one. The prevalence of the moon as a signifier of the passage of power is one of them. The factions and dragons in specific areas tend to become more active when the moon rests over their side of the veil. These are the types of things that they're researching. When it comes to the temple, they have essentially been trying to spread faith in Sunaman. Sunaman, they openly will tell everyone, is a good deity, and we have nothing to combat that idea. But in growing Sunaman's power, their hope, I will say, is that he will be able to end whatever is happening. They're trusting their faith in Sunaman in order to get us out of here. And they believe that if everyone here were to worship him, he would have enough power to do that.
Oh boy.
Inoan and those of the Spires, they aren't fully a faction per se. He is more individual. He tends to also talk to some of the druids of the Alaman Circle, but his belief is that upon doing enough self-reflection, he will be able to regain memories of what happened before and hopefully find out how he ended up here right before falling. To date, it appears he's recovered some things, but not enough to achieve that goal. Although some think that he may never be able to achieve that, since he, let's say, has some anger issues sometimes. You think that was worth the money?
I mean, it's just silver, I'd say so. Also, note GM, I have 10 minutes.
Okay.
I have to go.
Oh, yeah, yep.
I
My bad.
flick the silver.
She'll grab it and pull it into the other one that was on her hand and continue twirling it around her fingers.
Hmm.
So, this wizard.
You're gonna have to have something pretty good for us.
She'll throw the silver on the coffee table and slide that over. About that for a name.
Make it 50 of those.
Agreed.
That's 5 gold.
Yeah.
I am aware. Let me put it this way.
I don't
You
think
said
it's worth
yourself
that
as to
much.
the worth of this individual's name because it is a male. There are not many of them, and this information is hefty enough.
Well, here's the problem. It's something I have a guess for, and isn't really something I feel is going to be that important. So I don't think it's worth that amount.
Well, if it's something you already have a guess for, and you're just trying to get confirmation, that doesn't really change anything on our end. It doesn't change the value of the fact that this is a male wizard. I don't.
See, but
It doesn't.
we already have all the information about Quesh's research. There's nothing we need from that.
Who?
Roll a deception check.
I'm great at this.
Who?
Do I have inspiration?
No.
Great. Oh, there you
Come on, buddy. I believe in you. Natural 20.
go. Natural nut.
Oh,
See, now if you're gonna negotiate for information, you should probably not give it away.
I think I'm done here.
She kind of winks at you,
He'll step out of him.
and she'll throw a silver on the counter and say, "Here."
Let me out.
Oh,
This is your room.
Yeah, enjoy it for the time being.
as you step out, you actually don't hear anybody inside anymore.
Good. I don't want to. I sit over here.
Is there anything else that anybody would want to try to barter with her for?
no, I don't think Hjalmar has anything. I think that common knowledge that we didn't have before is already pretty good.
I have nothing.
Oh, I did say to give the kind of flaws of each of these too. The church is looking into is very hardline about faith. They believe that looking into other options is not showing faith and showing that we're not worthy of escaping this place. So that puts them a bit at odds with the archive often, and even Anoan. And I've already spoken about Anoan's anger issues.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all the information you paid for.
Noted.
Now, if you
Well-
did meet Quesh, I know he's on a mission outside the city. I would like to know what that mission is.
He shrugs.
She puts down 3 platinum onto the table and pulls up the gold.
So you want to know what he was doing outside of the city?
I want to know what his mission was. What is he researching outside the city? And if we want to, we can call it right there
Yo.
for the night.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. 3 platinum on the table, I think, is a big enough.
Man, this is getting intense.
That's intense.
Sorry, I
Yeah.
had to take the hit for the name, but I think silence would have also just given it away. Also, I think we all have -1 charisma, correct?
Yeah,
there was-
So it would have been the same roll across the board. It was just whoever talked first. I'm pretty sure silence would also be like, so it's Quest then. That would have also been the same thing. It makes sense that it was Kurt.
Oh shit.
Had to be one of us.
Oh
Rather
man.
have a roll or nothing. Good stuff. Thank you over on YouTube for joining us. We'll catch you for the next
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.